What's better than getting wasted and listening to Slayer? I'll tell you what, not driving home. We have a new promo code for LYFT with $20 off. All you got to do is download the LYFT app, go to the promo section, and type in Heavy18. That's Heavy18 for a $20 credit on a new LYFT account. Now you can have like 4 more beers. Do it.
Only one thing in the world could have dragged me away from the soft glow of electric sex gleaming in the window.
Merry Christmas!
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on a new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch.
Oh shit! Ho ho ho, motherfuckers! It's Christmas.
It's
the Heavy Drinking Podcast. This is Paulo talking to you. Sitting next to me is no, I'm sitting because we don't have chairs. Is Merry Christmas. Is Jay.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And over my left is Coco Jeff.
Happy Hanukkah.
What's going on, Dave?
I guess I gotta say Happy Kwanzaa now.
Merry Kwanzaa, my man.
There's probably some other ones.
What day of Hanukkah is it, though, for real?
I think it just ended yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Did it?
I think so. Not Jewish.
Shalom.
I do not know. We should call it Rabbi, what's his face?
Oh, Rabbi John Foreman or something.
John Foreskin.
Yeah.
No foreskin for him
John
because
No
he is not a
Foreskin.
Gentile.
He's not a Gentile.
This is a Christmas episode. We're gonna drink Christmas beer. We're gonna
shiny nose.
we're gonna jingle our bells.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but DMX did a cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Did he?
He
Oh,
did.
I think I watched it. I think I heard that. But
And that was my DMX impression. How was it?
That's good.
It was.
liked
It was
it.
awesome.
Speaking of DMX impressions, Dave, turn my headphones up.
Are you looking for the dial? You just turned the dial on, man. It's cool. We can talk about it.
Crank that knob. Just crank it all
Yeah.
over.
Crank
Hey.
Hey, that's much better.
There you are.
Yeah, perfect. We're also, for anybody listening to this that wants to, or who is out there who is watching or planning on watching some classic Christmas movies, if you would like, we are actually doing a viewing of the greatest Christmas movie of all time. I don't know if you guys know, but Gremlins. So if the folks out there listening to the podcast would like to watch Gremlins with us, this podcast, we'll also be doing that.
Classic.
We will sync. Like,
Yes, we're going to
like
sync
the Wizard
it up.
of Oz.
Yeah, we're going to give you just a couple seconds to pause the podcast. All right, yeah, you should have paused it. And then...
It is available on Netflix.
It is available
Open
on
your Netflix browser.
oh, you know what? You should pause it now. Hold on. Pause it now. Okay, so then you should have paused it. You should have paused it there.
Just
And,
go find Gremlins.
Yeah, just go on Netflix, find Gremlins. And then once you select it, it just starts playing. So I really have no control of it.
Selected in 3, 2, 1.
And then Warner Brothers. There it is right there. And it started.
Do not get your gremlins wet. Do not feed them after midnight. And do not expose them to direct sunlight. It hurts them very badly.
Yes,
Or,
it
or
does.
do. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Trivia out there. Who does Gizmo's voice? I don't know if they say it. at
Howie
the beginning,
Mandel. Same
Howie.
voice as Bobby.
but,
Bobby!
So, to go along with the Christmas episode, we have Christmas beers everybody brought.
Oh,
Yeah,
holiday ales
Yep.
and such.
I have a Bud Light here.
we were gonna
Quality rice. I don't know if you know that.
it's quality rice.
Made
is-
with quality
that's
rice.
perfect. We were gonna pretend like we wrapped everything, but we're not gonna fuck with you guys and lie. They're not wrapped.
First one is Dave's. Dave, what did you bring us?
So I found this at a liquor store by my house. Huge, the biggest one I've got by my house anyway. It's Al's Warehouse. Dude at the store told me this was really good. I had never heard of it. It's the Home Wrecker Holiday Ale. It's 6.7% alcohol, and that's about all I know about it.
Jesus, 6.7. We're starting off.
Yeah.
Jay, do you know anything about this?
Let's get her going.
I never heard of this one before, but it's from, you said the brewery, right? Broadbrook?
Nope.
This is from Broadbrook Brewing from East Windsor, Connecticut. So this is a Connecticut beer. It's a light, roasty scent with hints of caramel and coffee that pours a dark brown and fades into a beautiful mahogany at the bottom of the glass.
It fades.
It's interesting.
Yes, it does fade. It's nice.
I kind of like it.
My initial, well, it's very dark. Holy shit. It's a lot darker than I thought it was.
Mahogany.
Yeah. No, it fades into a mahogany.
Oh, it's fading. Watch it fade.
I'm looking for a fade.
I never meant to.
Into me.
Never meant to fade.
Oh, this is really dark, huh?
Yeah. The initial
That was very good.
the initial
Nice
flavor
malty,
kind of
spicy.
caught me by surprise, and then it sort of settled down a bit. Like my second sip didn't taste anything like my first one.
Got a nice beige head. Thick head. I love a thick head.
Yeah, you do.
Malty, toasty, spicy aroma.
Were there any Red Bulls in the beer selection today? Because
I just had one on my way here. That's a very good beer. Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
That is. This
I was
tasty.
surprised. I'd never heard of Broadbrook either.
I've heard of them. I don't know if I've ever had one of their beers, honestly, but this is
It's definitely a cold weather beer,
extremely
though.
good. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for a showing.
I don't think I'd have two of them, but I like it.
No, we've had
I'll have
Broadbrook
one.
beers on here.
No.
No, I did. I had the we posted up on our Instagram page.
Well, you post all kinds of shit up on our Instagram page that we never drink. So
Sorry guys.
Paulo just drinks all day, every day.
I do. It was like a
Seen the
hibiscus dragon something or other. It was
Dragon
really
fruit?
it was
Double
really
the fuck dragon pussy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Shout out to Ryan Granat. Speaking of dragon pussy,
What's your week been like, Jeff?
actually, I had a pretty beer centric week. I found that Total Wines and More in Milford. I told you guys that I went there, and I
Yeah.
sent a picture of that. Dude, I can't believe nobody ever told me about that place. It's sick.
I've been there so many times.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, they had
Yeah,
like
it's
fucking
massive.
$10,000 bottles of wine and shit.
Yeah.
Next to $5 bottles of wine. Fucking craft beer section's
It
amazing.
really makes it hard to decide.
And apparently, like, apparently there's a bunch of them too. There's one in Norwalk.
yeah.
Well, yeah, was it?
It might be a nationwide.
Dan
chain.
Aykroyd
It is. It's a chain.
owns part of that.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ray Stantz?
Yeah, whatever that is.
He's a Ghostbuster.
Oh, the Ghostbusters. Yeah.
That's awesome. I totally want to go back. I actually, I'm not sure if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but I showed up like 10 minutes before it closed. Which
Well,
I
it's
think,
probably a good thing
I
for
think
your
ended up
wallet.
being a good thing because otherwise I would have spent tons of money and too much time there. So I had to kind of get it.
Oh,
in
there's
there.
that guy with the fucking pipe. I forgot about him.
Yeah, I didn't want to change the subject, but never in my life. I really, really desperately want to find that shop in New York or Boston or Philadelphia or whatever it is that's owned by an elderly Chinese man, like an old sensei, and smoking a pipe, and he just sells weird shit out of it, like Gremlins. There's always candles lit. Like there's no electricity in this shop. Clearly,
If you haven't guessed, that's the scene we're watching right now.
My sister has one of those pipes, like an official one from Asia. It's an opium pipe.
Is the kid in this movie Asian?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
think
I mean,
so.
the
There is
kid.
a kid.
I don't
There's a
remember.
kid at the beginning.
There's a kid whose grandfather owns that store.
Ah, okay.
Once Gizmo is purchased and brought home, he's not in the movie anymore.
Don't give it away.
It's fucking 35 years old.
This one scene sort of looks like a scene out of Purple Rain. Just for a
Purple rain,
quick second.
purple rain.
Well, speaking of not giving things away, I'm dying to talk about this. Dave, what did you do this week?
Yeah, so I spent
Spoiler
I spent,
alert.
I spent the weekend having Kristen watch all the Star Wars so that we can go to the theater on Wednesday.
What order
and
did you
see
watch?
the new-
Rockin' Ricky.
Well, we just started.
Rialto.
I just had her start at A New Hope, and we went
Oldies.
through.
So you didn't watch 1, 2, and 3?
No.
Fuck
No,
that
we just
shit.
started. We started at A New Hope, went through. Didn't watch Rogue One. I want to go back and watch that one.
It's so
again.
crazy. This is a Steven Spielberg
Oh, Jesus,
movie.
yeah.
It's irrelevant.
I didn't realize that.
Gremlins.
So what did you think of the new one? What did Kristen think of all of them? Is she a fan now, or she just doesn't?
Yeah,
give a
well,
fuck?
she had seen the original 3 years ago,
Wait, accident.
So that's why we wanted to like rewatch them and kind of get caught up again. But she likes them. This new one, The Last Jedi, I'm torn. I thought it was good. I didn't leave the movie theater being like, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit.
What are you doing over there?
That's what I said.
They're
reading the
watching.
credits.
They're watching the Gremlins.
I'm reading the credits while you guys.
It's really distracting.
So, I'm sorry.
I barely even heard. I knew he was doing something over there, but I couldn't tell him.
I was still listening to your story too. It was really hard to do both.
Yeah, but I
So you got it
I
prepped
left-
up. You got it ready to watch the new movie then, right? You got it like all caught up on all the old.
Oh yeah. So we went on Wednesday. We saw the movie, which I'm glad we waited too, because like there was like maybe 10 people in the whole theater.
There's probably only 10 people in our theater.
I don't know. I have no idea how many people were there.
How many were awake?
Everyone but Jay. Actually, at the end, there was one other guy snoring too.
But yeah, so I dug it. I don't know why everyone's kind of all butthurt about it. I mean, there were some things I took issue with. I don't know how many spoilers we want to give away.
See, I
on
don't
this.
think. I mean, I'm certainly not butthurt about it, but I just don't think it was like. What did it do? It did nothing.
Like there
Went
were
nowhere.
some,
It did nothing.
there were some liberties too with the storyline that Rain Johnson kind of took.
I never
that-
understood why his Volkswagen Beetle overheated in the wintertime.
I think it froze.
No, it overheated. And it's an air-cooled car in the winter. I never got that. And look, he just closed the bat and the snow didn't fall off.
I like that this movie is about monsters that you can't get wet or feed after midnight, and he takes umbrage with the fact that the Volkswagen won't start at the beginning.
And he's like, oh, the radiator's fucked up. It's an air-cooled Volkswagen. Go ahead. What were you saying about Star Wars?
I don't remember.
I thought that the Rey storyline is stupid because it goes nowhere.
Who's Ray?
The
The
girl.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes nowhere. Like it literally. I honestly don't think that the answer that they gave in the movie is the real answer.
No, that's definitely not the answer, because you can't have parents that are nobody and be that powerful on the Force.
Right. Well, I don't want to give out spoilers on here, but I have my own theory as to what that is. The Praetorian Guard lightsaber fight, I think, was the best lightsaber battle in any Star Wars movie ever.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
Have you guys seen any of those videos on YouTube of those group of people?
In the parking lot?
In the parking
Dude,
lot?
they were fucking
So
good.
fucking good.
They were really
It was
good. They've been
hysterical.
practicing that
and
one.
then
for a
that
long time.
moment where like it cuts and there's like no sound effects and it's just them
Yeah.
like doing all this shit with no effects.
Yeah.
So funny.
It was a really good choreographed fucking fight though. It was really good. Yeah, that Praetorian Guard scene I think was the best part. It was so like the Snoke storyline was dumb. We still don't know who he is, and now he's gone.
You were saying you thought it was a good movie. Now
I
you
said
sound like
I
you're
think
changing
it's
your mind.
no. I said I think it's the worst of the good movies.
Okay.
There's a lot of dumb shit in it, and I also think they weren't serious enough.
I heard it was like
There
joking
was-
and
there's
shit.
too much comedy.
Yeah, there was like the opening scene. Ray hands Luke Skywalker his lightsaber, and the first thing he does is like chuck it over his shoulder. Like
Yeah, like
it's
you've
like
been-
that's little sort
I
of
think
like
they were trying.
slapsticky.
Well, I think
You've
they
been-
were trying to play off of him with Yoda because Yoda
But-
was kind of comic-y.
That's
Yeah, but
okay,
different.
but
It
you
was
don't
different.
do that in the first 10 seconds of the movie when you've been waiting. We've been making us wait for 2 years.
Yeah.
and the end of the last one was so like serious. You can't just start this one with a joke after making us wait for it for 2 years. It was dumb.
They were
Yeah, like
"Fuck
I
you
mean,
guys."
like some of the jokes that they put in, like honestly, all the
Well,
jokes with like
Disney
the porgs,
puts it out now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, all the jokes with like the porgs and stuff like that. Those
I like
things
the
were
porgs.
funny. Those were funny.
and the caretakers, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it had some great stuff in it. But
I never got into Star Wars, but it feels weird that they're kind of just continuing it. I kind of feel like
it was always
What do you mean?
from the get go, from
Well-
the 70s. It was meant to be 9 parts.
all right. Well, what I'm saying is, it just feels like they're dragging it on. Well, I guess all right. If it's supposed to be 9 parts, then fine. But
Yeah, well, I mean, it was supposed to be 9. By the time Disney's done with what they have planned, it's going to be
What they need
16.
to do is make it.
wasn't George Lucas supposed to like? Wasn't he content when it finished with 6 or 7?
He was content when they
No.
paid him for the rights to it. I
No,
think.
no. George Lucas kind of
I don't fucking know.
he got really embarrassed after the reaction from Episode 1.
Yeah, what
And
they need to
kinda-
do, in my opinion, is make them look like the original 3. Film them in that manner.
Well, I mean, they did.
Yeah, I mean that's what JJ did.
Yeah, and
Who's
this
JJ?
one,
JJ Abrams.
Is that was this new one?
That was the first
no,
one.
this one was Rand Johnson, but he followed. There was more like special effects in this one than there were in The Force Awakens, but there was still a lot of puppetry and like a lot of practical visual effects.
Yeah. I just think that here's my problem. I can't put any new movies above the original trilogy. So Space 1, 2, and 3 on the list are taken. Whatever order you want to put them in. I actually think that The Force Awakens is better than Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah, I do. But I can't say that because it's original trilogy. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That puts Force Awakens number 4. So by default, this has to be number 5. And then you have the dog shit ones. So like I said, it's the worst of the good ones. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie. But it could have been better.
No, I thought it was a good movie. There, like I said, there were some things that I took issue with, like just some freedoms with the Force powers that.
Oh, the
Rian
fucking.
Johnson-
Don't even get me started on that Leia bullshit.
yeah,
That was fucking ridiculous.
dude. There were because obviously everyone knows Carrie Fisher died last year, so I was wondering how they were going to write her off of
Yeah,
the series. So there was like 4 moments in that movie where it could have been like.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where Leia dies. And I was like, oh, that's how they're doing it. And every time she didn't die. And then at the end of the movie, she's still alive. So
Yeah.
now I'm like, what the fuck?
And she's dead in real life. But what the really funny part to me was that somebody who is alive and could have come back for another movie
Is dead.
dies in the movie.
Yeah, but he'll come back like an Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. He's not done.
Speaking of Disney, did you see what they gave us for Christmas this year?
What?
The Hillary animatronic.
Disney World adds the presidential animatronic figure, but likeness is lacking.
Who?
Disney.
Who did they add?
A new president in real life means a new president at the Magic Kingdom, too. Specifically, a new animatronic figure in the Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World, where every former leader of the Republic is depicted in an audio animatronics show.
Are we still talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, it sounds like it, right? Exhibit is currently closed, blah, blah, blah. It's not the presence of the president in this lineup. I'm really trying not to say it. That's raising eyebrows. It's, well, let's see his face.
Nobody knows who you're talking about.
Do you see?
What president did they add?
John Voight, apparently.
John Voight's not the president.
It kind of looks like him. The issue is his face looks fucking weird. Really weird.
It does. If someone hasn't seen it, go Google a picture. But it basically looks like they started making a Hillary doll, and then the other guy won. So they just had to put a blonde comb over and paint him orange.
What does he say?
His face.
It's like it's worth a Google. Go Google it right now.
Yeah,
We'll
throw
wait.
it in your
We'll watch
Google
some.
machine.
We'll watch some Gremlins while you Google that.
Has there been any like videos of what he says? What does he say?
No, they just gave a picture of the sneak peek because it actually isn't open yet.
They should have got the same lady that sculpted all the naked sculptures of him during the election.
Oh yeah, those were great.
They're
Those
pretty
with tiny
spot on.
wieners.
No,
No, but the facial features are pretty spot on with those.
Well, that's what made them good is that they look just like him. And we can assume that that's how big his
Just
dick is.
found that lady.
I don't think she works for Disney.
She should be.
So Disney gave us a shitty Star Wars movie and a shitty animatronic.
let's not say
It
shitty
wasn't a
Star
shitty
Wars.
Star Wars
It wasn't a shitty movie.
Could have been better. Ryan Johnson didn't do a great job.
of
No.
the
But
But the next one's
Donalds.
J.J. Abrams. So
Yeah, so that's all I care about.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Christmas, guys.
What'd you guys do this week? I didn't even ask you.
I
Imagine watching a Christmas
got
Carol.
interrupted by Bolo.
A Christmas Carol
Welcome to my world.
on a 9-inch black and white TV.
Is that what? Oh, that's what they're doing right now.
That's not a Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life, right?
But I mean,
It's
that's what
Gremlins.
used to.
No,
No, that's what they're watching.
In the movie
Cutting stuff.
Gremlins.
Oh shit! I remember that egg machine.
The egg machine, yeah. Smashes all the eggs up.
He's a cute guy.
Yeah, he was real cute. And actually Phoebe Cates is gorgeous in this too. She was like untethered by Kevin Kline and not being made to look gross yet.
Was that like a real thing that cracked eggs back
Yeah,
then?
and then
No, his
it was
dad's an inventor.
Oh, that's right.
But if like a bad
Failed
one.
inventor.
This is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, and the stepdad from Santa Claus is in this, right?
What? Who's the stepdad from Santa Claus?
I don't know.
I forget his name.
Oh, Phil Hartman?
He's like a super nice dude.
Phil
Phil
Hartman.
Hartman's not in
It's not
this.
Phil Hartman. No, it's not Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman wasn't he? Oh, no, he wasn't.
Rest in peace.
I feel like we should look that up.
May he rest in peace.
We're not going to.
This week I realized that I have a flexible spending account through my insurance now, which I've never had before.
For healthcare?
Yeah. So I'd elected to put $500 on it, and I don't ever go to the doctor. And I forgot that I had it. So I would like any medicine I had to get for my daughter, I just pay cash. Except the other day, she wasn't feeling well, so I went to get a prescription. I was like, oh shit, I have this card. Let me get it. So I bought her medicine. It was like $30, and I still have like over $400 left on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, realized that if you don't use this money, you lose it. So I went on the benefits site, and then I found out there's an FSA store online. So I went there, and you can get so many things with this card.
Like what?
I bought over $400 worth of things before the end of the year.
Like what?
I got a Bluetooth blood pressure monitor. I got a temporal thermometer.
It's all like health stuff.
Well, yeah, because there's rules to using the money. Because you could buy medicine with it, pay your co-pays with it, but there's other things you could buy. I bought a fully stocked first aid kit with like all this triage shit in it.
I thought you were going to say you got Scrotox.
I also bought like 100 condoms. You can buy condoms with it. This website, the
Real
FSA
ones? Like name brand?
Yeah, Trojan. I bought all different kinds of variety. Try things out. They're in my car right now.
did
Do
you
you guys
buy
want to try them out?
Did you buy any flavored?
I've never done that. I think we talked about that.
We have
once.
talked
We
about
did.
it on the
That's why I
podcast.
was
Yeah.
asking if you bought any.
No, that wasn't an option that I noticed. But if anyone out there
HMOs, huh?
have an FSA, you can buy condoms with that. It's amazing.
Cool.
That would be, yeah, I mean, if I used them.
That's basically all I got. I also got like a carpal tunnel wrist thing because I figure.
Actually, I was considering
No,
buying one of those
actually,
this
need
week
one of
because my
those.
wrist has been really fucked up and my hands been
Dr.
fucked up.
Scholl's inserts, like the expensive ones, you can fucking get those. It's crazy. You're going to lose your money. Listen, it's December 25th. When you listen to this, maybe a couple days later, if you have an FSA and you haven't spent that money, go to FSAstore.com and buy some cool shit.
You're an idiot. Follow.
So that was what I did this week.
Only in the 80s could somebody just walk up to you and hand you this weird fucking animal, and they're like, "Here, it's a new kind of pet. Just take it home and fucking."
Bright light. He just freaked out.
Oh, so what's the stepfather's name in the movie? Do we know yet? Because I'm looking at the cast right now.
In what movie?
Oh, from the Santa Claus? Not
Yeah.
stepfather. Is stepfather in the Santa Claus?
Stepfather.
From the Santa Claus is
I've
also
never seen
in
the
this
Santa Claus
movie.
because I'm an adult.
You've seen the Santa Claus. Everybody's seen the Santa Claus at least once.
Yeah, but do we know his name? Like, because it's not going to say stepfather. It's going to have his character name.
Yeah, he's a stepfather. It'll give context like
No. Tim Allen, Scott Carver, Judge Reinhold, Dr. Neil Miller.
Judge Reinhold.
it's Dr. Neil Miller. Isn't
Judge
it?
Reinhold's not.
That's the stepfather?
Judge
I think
Reinhold's
so,
the
yeah.
bank manager in Gremlins. Or he's the guy that's busting his balls at the bank.
I don't know these people by name, man.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
And actually,
That's right.
I just realized now that
There you go,
Phoebe
Judge
Cates
Reinhold.
is in this, and she takes her tits out, and Judge Reinhold jerks off to them in the bathroom in fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, I just found Judge Reinhold's mugshot.
Oh no, that's not him. That's not the guy. There's another guy.
No, that is him.
I know he's in this, but that's not the person I'm talking about.
He had a meltdown at Dallas Airport at one point, apparently.
It's somebody else in the movie.
That was December.
I'll look it up.
I think that was right now. No.
Speaking of, I was reading. Jay sent me. I think it was Jay sent me an article about a very intriguing new holiday trend called reindeer boob. What's that about? Jay.
What? Sorry, I was reading about Judge Reinhold.
Tell us about reindeer boob.
Reindeer boobies. Yeah, so it's apparently a
Kind of weird because it looks like it's mostly like middle to older women.
it's
that are doing it.
It's a new Instagram trend that will get you in the holiday spirit.
Are you talking about that shit with the fucking shirt?
Yeah,
Where you
Yeah.
cut your tit out and then put it decorated?
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
It's pretty cool.
That's not new. It's been around for like 5 years.
But
I
the
don't
way
know.
they're
It's new to
decorated,
me.
it kind of looks like they're teachers. Like it's a school teacher that did it.
Yeah.
like they let their class do it.
It's way too crafty.
I mean, nowadays with the stories we've been reading lately,
it is.
be.
They,
You
never
never
all
know
look
who's on
very
Rudolph.
weird.
I dig this picture right here. This is pretty cool.
No, I mean I'm all into boobs.
I didn't know that's what you were talking about.
I also do with the tits beer idea. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
Did you
We
tell
do.
our listeners about that?
What?
I think we did, didn't we?
Tits
Yeah,
beer?
that was in an episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
Talk
talking
about tits beer.
It's the tits.
We'd sell beer in 2-packs. 2-packs
Oh,
of
yeah.
bomber can.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like the tall boy cans.
Dude, how big was that fucking tall boy I had yesterday?
That was like an
Have you
extra
seen
tall
that?
boy.
Probably 16 ounces.
No, it was 19.2.
Yeah.
Really?
It was ridiculous. It looked
Where
like a
was this?
lightsaber.
It just kept on
It
going.
was at
Where was-
Dewdrop. It was an all-day IPA. It was like the fucking size of this nutcracker.
Really?
It was ridiculous.
Isn't that weird?
That's a great visual reference for everyone in Radioland.
So you have to destroy a sweater by cutting a boob-sized hole in it
If you want
and stick a boob through it. Then cover your nipple with a red pasty to make it look like Rudolph's nose.
Yeah.
And
If,
slap a pair of googly eyes for good measure.
you're wondering what size
And
that
then
can was, and you
Let
don't,
one of us suck on reindeer's nose.
there you go.
I say we all go
Rudolph's
out
nose.
to CVS and get ugly Christmas sweaters to cut the tits out and then make that the picture for this
we
episode.
should do our own reindeer boob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
If you're wondering how big that can Jeff was drinking was, go ahead, go on redtube.com and just on the search field type in BBC. Like that.
And then take about 2 inches off it.
About that size.
Oh, my fucking hand is killing me.
Why does your hand hurt? Oh, when you got stabbed last time.
Avid listeners will remember I got really hurt on the podcast last time, and it became infected, and now it hurts really bad. I'm thinking about cutting it off.
So we try another beer?
Dude, we could do a sour finger cocktail.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm not going to throw it
I
away.
chugged this one to free my glass up.
Yeah, this is already hitting me, and I got barley wine.
I'm through with this. I can't even finish it. It's
You know-
too strong for me.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's delicious.
It
Yeah,
is
I
good.
think it's really good too. We can go to
Very
something
good.
else, but I'm going to finish it.
You want to finish mine?
I'm having another muffin.
Maybe we'll see.
For all the avid listeners, will know that I'm unemployed. I bake every morning now.
Yeah, we came into a nice little surprise from Paulo.
Yeah, you made us muffins.
We made some muffins. I had a nice chocolate chip muffin.
I had a blueberry.
Yeah, it was,
You know the
they were
Muffin
delicious.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Who lives on Drury Lane? All right, this next one, I believe, is the aforementioned.
Oh, just to shout out real quick to Corey Feldman
God damn it.
in.
Oh yeah, he's in there.
Oh, Corey Feldman? Holy shit, he's young.
This was his first movie.
I think this is the first time he got molested by that guy.
No, it was Gizmo did it actually.
Oh, no.
That's who he's trying to make that movie to talk about how the guy who had his hand up Gizmo had his hand up Corey Feldman in the breaks.
Howie Mandel?
I don't think Howie Mandel was actually the puppeteer.
He didn't do the puppetry.
What do
Not
you
that
got?
we know anyway.
What do you got? What do you got?
I got a beer.
He's got a callback to
Paulo,
episode 2.
Paulo brought this beer. Call back to episode 2, it was? Which
Dose,
was
yep.
Blood of the Unicorn. This one is
What did we drink episode
Pipe,
1?
Pipeworks,
Nothing.
Pipeworks
Really?
Brewing. Santa versus Unicorn.
Yes.
Pretty epic
Barley wine.
gross.
label here.
Yeah,
Santa.
Pipeworks is always good for a good label, man.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the brew house, not a brewer was stirring except for Santa and the Unicorn, who were locked in a highly competitive game of generic sugary treat terroir. Ho ho, hope you're ready. You're ready, loose Unicorn, 'cause I slay at this game, Santa said, and up the chimney he rose. All right. Okay, this is a 10.
I feel like some words were missing.
There was definitely at least
one word
that threw me off.
Santa's just
10%
fucking up
alcohol
this
by
human
volume.
shit.
Jesus Christ. You're trying to get me pretty merry.
I'm definitely gonna have this in a
I need less than that.
one of those plastic cups.
Yeah, give me.
Don't
give
say
me.
that in the microphone. This is the heavy drinking podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna be drinking. I'm just not gonna be drinking this.
You don't like barley wines,
I
right?
don't like barley wine.
Play.
I totally just bought this because of the label.
That's for you, Paula.
Wait, no.
Well, it's also nice that it works out. That it's pipe works
yeah.
and the throwback
the label
to episode
and
2.
Yes, the label and the brewery.
I smelled it thinking in my head that it's gonna be a bad idea, but it actually smells pretty good. So
Yeah.
let's give it a
Their
shot.
beers are all delicious, man.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad one from them yet.
They've all been fruity and just fucking good. So
Hey, it actually reminds me quite a bit of Blood of the Unicorn.
They definitely like it hoppy. There's some
yeah, it does have a hoppiness. To
hop presence to it.
it. Ooh, a lot of hoppiness to it.
It's not as bad. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Well, it's not as big and malty like the other one was.
Yeah, no, this is very nice, very drinkable. It's for a fucking 10%.
To be honest,
Man, I
at
can't
10%, this could do some fucking
Yeah, I
damage.
cannot
Yeah.
tell that this
Because it's
10%.
very, very drinkable.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. For 10%, dude, this is
See?
like
Sucks for you. You didn't take more.
I don't need it. But it's nice to know if I need.
It's still
you know.
malty though. You still get the malt cut through, but it does have a good bitter.
What does that
Bitterness
machine
to
make?
it.
What does that machine make?
It's a card shuffler.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie in so long.
I saw it yesterday.
I haven't seen this in
Did you
forever.
really?
I saw it 2
Dude, I haven't
days
seen
ago.
this.
But it's behind me, so I have to keep like turning around and ignoring the podcast.
Yeah, this is really good. I'm actually gonna. Where did you get this?
Liquor store.
I think Kindred Spirits.
Chicago, Illinois.
Down
Shelton. Yeah, by
Works.
Big Y.
Bridgeport. Big Y.
The new Big Y.
Oh, the new place across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I almost said something we were gonna have to edit out, but
Guys, I got pee. I got
We shot them out. They're,
by
really-
Barra.
they're actually pretty cool.
I've never
Barra.
actually been in there. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna stop over there because I haven't been in there yet. And I'm
Not a huge
Where's that one?
selection.
it's
In Shelton, Bridgeport Avenue.
Oh,
Yeah.
where the new Big Y is,
Not
yeah.
Not,
Where the car dealerships were.
where they used to be. Yeah.
not a huge selection, but they usually have good beers. There's always something good there.
Well, I mean, I'm just
Oh,
going
cool.
specifically for this because I'm gonna get a couple of these for my fridge because it's
Oh, all right.
at 10%. It seems like it's probably a good
Yeah.
something to grease the wheels.
You know what it reminds me of? As far as like the
Monster49@gmail.com.
like how like non present the alcohol is. Like Two Rows Rye 95s like that.
I don't think I've had that.
It's
Yeah, I actually like that one. I don't like too many of Two Road stuff, but like the Rye 95 and like the Kentucky bourbon, like
Yep.
that one I like.
it's got like a really nice flavor to it, and it's rich. So you could tell it's you could tell it's a high alcohol beer, but you can't taste the alcohol in it.
Right.
It's just not really.
See, that's what I
not
really
present.
didn't like
Yeah.
about the other barley wines in general. Is that
You knew
it's
when you
like-
were drinking
it's
it,
kind
it
of
was-
whiskey.
yeah.
Like
Has a
you
bite
there's
at the
too,
end,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's too much booze. I like to get drunk, but I don't like to feel like I'm getting drunk
yeah.
in my mouth. You know what I mean?
You like it in the can. Have I been bad this year?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know, because you left a big shit in the toilet in there.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Have I been bad this year?
There's really a dump in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's impossible.
Have I been bad this year?
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Have you trained Jack to shit in there?
No, not at all.
Everybody poops. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
It's a men's bathroom, all right?
Yeah.
So there's a good chance if a man.
I felt like I was destroying an asteroid. With like,
Wait, you didn't flush it before you started
No, I
pissing?
just started,
Oh my god!
it was like breaking up and shit.
That is
Oh my
awful.
god.
I felt like
Jay,
Bruce
you're a
Willis in
disgusting
Armageddon.
human being.
You're a
That's like when
trooper.
she took that fucking Star Destroyer out with the light speed at the end of the.
Oh yeah, dude, that was actually that was pretty rad.
that was cool.
I hated.
And I say
hated
asteroid
her
because
until
it
that
actually
point,
did
too.
It looked like an asteroid.
It was like a ball.
No, it was different than that. It was like a ball, but it was like projections.
Man,
What are we talking about?
we're talking a shit. I guess I didn't fly.
Talking about his shit.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that. I mean, we're not editing this out because we're syncing up the Gremlins.
Yeah, we can't edit this episode.
Can't.
It's fine.
So if you hear long,
Hey, look at the
so you
TV.
hear long.
Look at the
beeps.
TV. Look what's coming out of there. I'm making coffee or something.
Yeah, but it looks like poops.
So see, now you can follow along and you'll get that reference.
Where we are.
Well, you should be watching both. I mean, we did
Right.
give you multiple times to pause the podcast and put Gremlins on.
I mean, we shouldn't even have to tell you to do that, but
I mean, unless you don't have Netflix.
Speaking of, we were talking about Two Roads while you were gone, Jay, and speaking of breweries in Stratford, is everybody excited for Athletic?
dude,
Holy shit.
what the fuck are these like?
So these two guys have decided to open a non-alcoholic brewery and tap room. And Stratford.
Yeah, that's the best part. And tap room.
Yeah.
As if people are just going to gather around.
Right? Right?
As for a night out.
Did you see the article?
I did.
Did you see the picture?
There's a picture of these two guys in the article. They literally look like the least fun people I've ever seen.
And one of them, and they're so like in that picture, they're so polar opposites too. Like one of them is like sitting there, like arms folded, very serious, looking into the camera, like he's like he was like the second string quarterback in high school that who just like had to act tough, but he never really got to play.
They look awful.
And then there's the other dude who's like this geek you can tell is just like sober and doesn't like beer, so he thinks
They
everyone
both
else
look
should like
geeky, though, man.
Yeah, totally.
No, they
They
do,
both-
but the other one is like
One drives a Camry,
Ultra.
the other one drives a Prius. They're pretty close.
The dude's from like New York or something. He's all like well-to-do, I think.
Honestly, it looks like
that's
the
fine.
worst place I can imagine run by the worst people I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, they want a healthier option for beer. That's why they're Athletic. Because they want it to ruin their lifestyle. You know?
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah, but what about all the fucking
the-
carbs in beer, you dumb
They don't
cunts?
look that athletic either.
no, they don't.
Non-alcoholic beer. It's like
The brewer guy in the flannel who looked like he was being a brewer.
yeah.
He's been brewing it at other breweries, I think in
Real beer,
Arizona
though.
or something. Yeah. And their goal is to make beer that is less than 0.5% alcohol, craft beer less than 0.5%.
Why though is the question.
I
Well, I
think
guess we are retarded.
I think that is a noble thing to do to make a great non-alcoholic craft beer for someone who really just can't have alcohol anymore.
And likes the taste. I
But to
do get
have-
that part of it.
to have a place as a destination point for people
Yeah.
to go out and hang
come
out
on.
and just pretend like they're having a good time.
Right. Exactly.
like-
Exactly. Because here's the thing. The only
No,
way
it's not right. You know why it's not right? You know why it's not right? Because nobody's out there making fucking like a porterhouses for obese people.
Oh, I thought you were going to say vegetarians.
Or vegetarians. Like nobody's making fucking like triple chocolate cakes for diabetics. Like there's no fucking like you can't have it.
You know the other real problem with it is?
But this is the problem too.
You
'cause
finish.
In that article, he also brings up that because people in social drinking settings, sometimes don't want to drink alcohol. Well, let me list off all the fucking things you can, all the liquids you can hold in your hand and talk to people while you're holding them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like many of which don't have alcohol in them, like water, cranberry
Have a
juice,
Coke.
orange
Like, yeah.
juice. Can I just list off the shit you can get at a bar that doesn't have alcohol in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, is that the problem? Is like,
mean, it would
do you
be-
need to be holding a fucking? Do you need to be holding a glass of something to talk
And
to
listen,
people?
if someone does like the taste of beer and can't have alcohol, that's a great option for them to have. But you need one.
Yeah.
You don't need a brewery
16
dedicated
different,
to it.
yeah.
Do you
16
know why
different flavors.
conversation's so great at a brewery?
Because you're drunk.
Yes. Yes.
Or buzzed.
Do you know?
Yeah, let's back that down.
It's for the same reason why you're
Fuck
not.
off, you're drunk.
You're not sitting at your coffee break at work in a fucking circle eating fucking pretzel necklaces.
Here's also the
and throwing cornhole bags around.
here's
on your
also
lunch
the
break.
here's also the problem with it is that people are going to go out hypothetically because no one's actually going to do it. I don't think some cunts are going to do it for a little bit because there's cunts. But the problem is people are going to go out and drink for hours and think they're having a great time, and then they're going to drive home safely and not call a lift.
Which
That was,
you should.
That was really awkward.
It was
I'm
a
still
reach.
in my head. I'm trying to figure out why that matters because they won't be drunk.
Because they're not going to call Lyft, and it's going to hurt services like Lyft.
I think Lyft will be all right.
I think they're going to be all right. But then now that I brought it up, we have something to share.
Yeah, so we are an official partner with LYFT. So when you do go out to those alcoholic drinking establishments,
The good ones.
yeah, the good ones, and you do get a little too turnt to drive, create a LYFT account, put in the code HEAVY18 when you create your new LYFT account, and you get $20 credit toward your first 4 rides on us
$5 each.
because we're
You're
nice
welcome.
and we like you and we want you to get home safe so you can keep
Exactly.
listening.
So yeah, tell your friends.
Or
Even if you...
or you know you do. You know you do. You know you do. Fuck Lyft, right? Just what you do is you
oh,
go.
that's great. That's put that in the ad.
No. Hold on. What you do is you go to a party and play non-alcoholic beer pong with some athletic brewery non-alcoholic beer. But you know what? Because it's going to be a few months before you can get that beer, just go ahead and do it with something else that's non-alcoholic. Like play coffee pong. Right?
You know what I'm gonna do?
And then let me know how fun it is drinking coffee that has a pong ball that's been on the floor in it, right? And once you're mulling that over, once you realize the fact that the only reason beer pong's fun is because you're fucking trashed. That's all I'm trying to say.
You know what? Speaking of beer pong, something really annoyed me when I was at Total Wine the other day. Is that they have a bottle of Dom Perignon in there for $100.
Oh, you said you spent 3?
We played it with a $300 bottle. We easily could have played it with a $100 bottle. Anyway, what I was going to say is
Low under standard.
I'm going to go with a flask of whiskey to the non-alcoholic brewery and sip my booze in between there.
So stay
shitty
tuned
beers.
for Heavy Drinking Podcast from the non-alcoholic brewery.
Yeah. We might have to go in undercover. I don't think we can do it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he can do it. Also,
We'll go to that brewery the day that marijuana is recreationally
yeah, exactly.
recreationally illegal in Connecticut.
but just as a public service announcement, if anybody is looking to purchase a brewery, it'll be for sale in a year. For
If that.
cheap.
Tons of equipment.
Already set up.
It may even come with a brewer. So, if you're an entrepreneur of sorts.
Fuck them. That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, apparently that's one brewery in the state we're not making friends with.
Well, we'll try. We'll try.
Not interested.
We're going to
Going
drink
on
like
record.
800 beers, but
You know what's really fun? You know what's really fun? I love
We
love
should
getting like a
go
gallon of-
there
and get
and
drunk.
see how many you have to drink at like 0.5% to
Yeah.
get drunk.
Bless you.
we'll go with a breathalyzer to see how many it takes to get over the limit.
I'll piss it out before I.
Then we'll call a lift.
We'll be there
To go
all
home.
goddamn day.
You know what I love doing?
Yeah, because I already put in the code on my account, so I've already got that $20 stash.
I love drinking like 8 bottles of good old non-alcoholic water and driving. That's what I like doing. Like get my bladder good and full and then get behind the wheel.
Think of the knock-on effect, though. I mean, Taco Bell's going to go out of business if nobody's drunk.
When that one guy in that picture who looks like he's going to rape someone actually does it,
They
he's
both
not going to have
look like
he's
they're.
not
I know
gonna
who you're
have-
talking about, but they both look like
He's not going to have the defense of being intoxicated.
That might be libelous.
Just kidding. He seems like a very nice guy.
He doesn't look like he's going to rape anybody.
But if you look at the picture, you'll know who we're talking about.
He looks like he wants to fiercely itemize my deductions. It's the only thing. This guy will fuck your taxes up.
There is so much.
I haven't done the bell in a while. I wanted to.
Yeah.
And we don't mean to hate on people that,
I mean, listen, the
Yeah,
idea
It's
can't
not our
drink
target
alcohol
audience, believe me.
you're probably not listening, but hey, we we want you to have tasty beer too. That's a good endeavor, but
It's like the kind
Listen,
of thing like, you can make fun of deaf people on the radio.
make a brewery and make one non-alcoholic beer.
right, like
Make
one
one
or two,
non-alcoholic
one or two,
Right.
I guess.
Two roads.
Someone could
dedicated
come in
entire-
with their friends and have a non-alcoholic.
Two Roads just broke ground on a fucking second facility just to make sours and barrel aged beers. I think that they can handle the market if somebody needs a non.
We should open
beer.
up-
They can make one.
We should open a non-THC pot shop in Colorado. Like if you just want to hang out with your friends but you don't want to get high.
Isn't that called oregano?
You know what I mean? Like what about the people that just don't want to get that fucked up, but they just still want to go out to like the 420 festivals and stuff? You know?
I love
So go.
fish, but I hate weed.
I do. I hate it.
Where am I
I
supposed
hate
to sit?
It makes me depressed and shit, but all my friends look like they're having so much fun.
Fuck them all is what I got to say.
All right, so just because it's a nice bright season with Christmas. It's Christmas Day if you're listening to this when it's released. Tragedy strikes
Because fuck family.
in the happiest of moments.
I love going around and breaking into cars and robbing people on the street, but I really don't want to do heroin.
Apparently, this is going to hit home for Jeff
Uh-oh.
because this is a Canadian story. A Canadian man known for his elaborate Christmas lights has died after falling from his roof while fixing the display.
Aw, that's sad.
For 30 years, Doug Musson
Oh, yeah. Get it right.
is known in southern Ontario for his home's remarkable Christmas decorations. But on Monday, the 82-year-old...
Jesus Christ.
Why the fuck is he getting on a roof?
Why is there an 82-year-old man on the roof? That's
Doesn't he
just
have a family
Darwinism.
member who could fucking help? Well, shame on you.
Dave, he does his parents.
82-year-old family man died when his ladder fell from the roof while he was inspecting a leak.
Oh,
Well,
that's awful.
Right about. I mean, he sort of got the whole deal, right?
Fuck! Is your house on fire?
I mean,
It's like when an old squirrel kind of like stumbles across the street and somebody like a car runs it over. It's gonna die soon, anyways.
Burlington, Ontario,
Oh,
1976.
Burlington. That's fucking right near my house.
Is that kind of cold for the Christmas episode?
Took off in the 1980s, having grown more elaborate every year with his decorations.
I might have seen it.
The entire property, from the eaves of the house to the trees, was dripping in thousands of lights. He also hand-welded wire sculptures to create little scenes of his lawn, on his lawn from a Santa Claus contained. They had poor writing on this website. 1,200 miniature
They're
lights
Canadian,
to an
man.
archway
Leave 'em
containing
alone.
6,000 more in the driveway.
Try to read it with an accent.
He just can't read it because there's you in the word
in
color.
Milk in the bag, eh? But yeah, he was trying to fix a leak on his roof. And you know what? He was trying to do a good thing because water was leaking down onto his sidewalk and forming like ice puddles, and he was afraid people might slip and fall and get hurt.
Oh, no, dude, you could
Poor
definitely,
bastard.
if you read it that way, because it says online, Mr. Munson wrote that before switching to LEDs, the displays of the 9 circuits. The displays use 9 circuits.
I
of
thought you
power.
said he was in Canada.
He was.
Because that accent's from Minnesota.
Is that what that is?
You're getting close. Warmer.
Actually, no, because Burlington's
Colder.
closer to here than it is to Minnesota.
But let's do
on down later for some moose soup.
let's do a social for the nice 82-year-old Ontario man.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Social.
Poor bastard. I might have actually seen this display at some point in my youth. So cheers to you. Dave will take over for you next year.
This is really good barley wine.
I know.
Very
I'm
good.
Changing my mind about
into it.
barley wine.
I'm getting some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna and actually I'll happen to be near it tomorrow and I'll grab some.
I would say that it's not a typical barley wine in a way, but it's good. It's good beer.
Well, it's
very
mixed
good.
with a beer.
Yeah.
It's unicorn versus Santa, whatever it is.
What's next?
I don't know.
You want to do yours?
Mine hasn't been cold for too long, so
Dude,
check
was
it and see if it's
really
cold enough.
in my hand when you brought it in.
That was my dick.
Why was your dick cold?
Cold-hearted.
Look into his eyes. He's
Got a cold-hearted pud.
What's going on TV?
While
by the way?
you're sitting there singing, we did have a request for you to sing a little more. We got an email from a fan
we did.
just a little while ago. It came in from a Kevin White. So Kevin, if you're listening, thanks for the email. Hey, he sent an email with his full name. So
Kevin White.
Shame on you.
Kevin says, "Hey guys, I wanted to know your thoughts on tailgating. What kind of drinks would you like to have at a tailgate? Either beer or mixed drinks.
Beer.
Best experience tailgating and your worst experience tailgating. Anyway, love the show. I think Jay should sing more."
He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes.
They get this song stuck in your head now?
Uh-oh. He's been telling lies.
Who is that? Paul Abdul.
Paul Abdul.
Yeah.
She sounds like a terrorist.
So while Jay's busting out that next beer, let's answer him a little bit.
All right. Well,
it's
in
a good
general,
topic, actually.
In general, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I feel that the only correct way to do it is in the sun with Bud Light, and my best experience was probably actually a really good tailgating experience I had once was I think it was Gary. We were at Mayhem or Ozfest. And I have this like when I used to smoke, I always had a lighter on me, and the pressure in the Guinness bottle caps because of the nitrogen. I could make those
I
fucking
think I
things
was there this
fly
time,
off like crazy with my bottle caps when I opened it with a lighter. So we were standing next to cops in the parking lot, and we're drinking, and I was like fucking firing them. And then I turned around and like saw them looking at me, and I was like, oh shit, like I thought they were gonna like make me pick it up or something. And then the cop looked at me, he's like, dude, can you do that again? I was like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. He's like, do it again. We were having like a competition of how far I could fire the fucking Guinness hops
Really?
off.
That's cool. That's cool, Cap.
The worst one was actually at the same venue. And
Where was it? The XL Center?
Is that what it's called now?
Well, it was
the
the
Meadows.
Oh, at the Meadows. Okay.
The worst one was when I pre-gamed Ozfest too hard and never actually made it out of my car. Drove all the way there, had such a bad hangover that I missed Kill Switch Engage and As Lay Dying because I couldn't get out of my car. I was that hungover. That was my worst tailgating experience.
All right. Side note, because you brought it up, did you see Tim's apology that he posted online? As
I
I Lay
did see
Dying.
that. I did see that. Paula probably has no idea what we're talking about, though.
The singer from As I Lay Dying, Tim
Lambesis.
Tim Lambesis. He's the good Christian man that many people looked up to that got addicted to steroids and then tried to pay someone to kill his wife.
Oh, you told me the story.
So he got out of jail a year ago.
He's out of jail.
He got out of jail a year ago, and
Yeah.
now his parole and everything, his complete commitment to his sentence is over. So now
He was
feels
in a
that
metal
can speak
band,
on it.
right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on the best
As-
metal band.
Yeah.
Great.
But what you said they were kind of shunned after he got found out for trying to pay to.
They weren't shunned.
No, they started
They
a new
weren't
band, and the
shunned,
new
but-
band just sucks.
Yeah, they do.
But why?
Fortunately.
Like that's more metal than anything. You paid
'Cause they were
somebody to kill
Christian.
his-
They're a Christian,
They're a Christian
metal band.
metal.
Dude, he adopted kids from
But
like
you just said
fucking
they were
Ethiopia
the
and
most.
shit.
They were the most brutal band around for years.
As far as just the sound, they were
yeah.
sick, tight.
But they were
heavy.
Christian metal.
Yeah.
So you telling me most metal people are Christian?
Well,
Nah,
for
it's-
for a
the
while
lines-
in the 2000s,
the lines blurred
a lot
now.
of the really
but
good bands were
wait.
Christian.
Is it like friendly Jesus Christian or like gay people are the devil?
friendly.
Jesus.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't like.
Yeah, no, they're not like.
It wasn't like
they're not like that.
Like West.
No, it was like
Baptist-
progressive. Yeah.
Westboro Baptist.
Yeah, it wasn't Westboro.
No.
They're about just showing like love to everybody, but being brutal about it.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, he put out
Punch
a
your friend
really
in the
formal
face.
apology, and I haven't really looked into it since I read it, but see how it has been received.
Not well.
It's probably mixed. Mostly,
Not well
but,
at all.
He was
Yeah.
very apologetic. I remember he tried to like sue the state or something when he was in jail.
Yeah, he tried to sue them because he was coming off his steroids, so he ended up getting big old titties. And
Dude,
tried
he
to
went
sue
from
them.
being this
right.
lanky kind of dude like my brother Gary.
When I met him,
to
he looked like Gary,
to like fucking huge,
enormous,
just
like
jacked.
fucking Hulk Hogan.
Like you could tell he was on roids.
So.
And then he kind of went crazy. Anyway, that was a sidebar. Tailgating. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I just fucking told you.
I know you did, but there's three
I mean,
other.
the best, my best tailgating experience was not one that I like set up or anything. My wife we went to a game, a Dallas Cowboys Pittsburgh Steelers game in Dallas years ago, and we just got there super early, and we were able to actually just pace through the lot through the area where everybody was tailgating, and they're just super fucking nice there. So essentially, you're tailgating with them. Like you could just walk up to people, and they're like, "You want a hot dog, a hamburger?" It's like, "Sure, what do I owe you?" And they're like, "Huh?
sex.
Nothing."
No, that's what it's like at like shows
Yeah.
and stuff.
Good thing I just bought 40 condoms.
So
I thought it was 100.
Yeah.
Did you eat the other 6?
No, one box was 36, so I got way more than that.
that was awesome. I remember that was one of the few football games I went to where they would check your tickets at the gate when you enter the premise of the stadium.
Oh, so the parking lot, not just.
Yeah. Well, not really a parking lot, but like there's like a courtyard, not a courtyard, but there's a parking lot, and there's a giant area inside, in between the parking lot and the stadium. That's just a huge area you can walk around in outside of the stadium. And they have these giant screen TVs set up, so you watch all like the 1 o'clock games. If you're there for 4 o'clock games,
Right.
you can watch all the 1 o'clock games outside. And the only thing I didn't get was at AT&T Stadium, you could get standing room only seats.
Oh, shit.
They already sprouted.
Oh shit!
I was just watching.
He's in like the
Yeah, they actually banned that in England for a long time in the football stadium.
standing room only seats.
Yeah, because they were having like problems with riots and shit.
Well, this is the neat thing. Like, yeah, because what they do is they set up like this chain link, kind of like like a rope, like the velvet rope, and at a certain time they drop the rope, and these people literally rush in.
Poor Gizmo.
And whoever gets the like the closest view against the railing, I guess, where the standing room only seats are, it's just luck of the draw, I guess. But what was neat was I was telling my wife, I'm like, it's just so stupid because we're entering in through a gate into the stadium, like into like an entrance. They don't check your tickets though. Like our tickets were checked back at the gate. So somebody with standing room only tickets could just walk into a regular door and then just dip under the velvet rope. And you're right there. I did it 3 times. My wife's like, you can't do that. I'm like, I'm doing it now.
Wait, but
I'm like, do you want to just stand here like assholes for a few minutes just to see if somebody says something? And she's like, they'll say something. I'm like, well, let's stand here. Like, we stood there for like 10 minutes. Like, nobody's saying anything.
The
There's
thing is-
4,000 people ready to trample each other
You can
outside.
sit anywhere you want in the stadium. They'll never kick you out. The worst they're going to do is be like, "Are these your seats?" And be like, "No."
Yeah.
Like you got to move back to your seats.
Yeah.
They'll never kick you out of the stadium unless you're like punching somebody.
And I gotta say, that stadium was awesome. You could sit anywhere in that stadium. And
Which stadium is this again?
AT&T Stadium. But the tailgating was great there. The worst
Love
tailgating,
AT&T.
my wife likes like countryish music.
Gross.
Well, only
Except for
when-
Old Wheeler. Shout out to Old Wheeler.
Oh, Wheeler, yeah.
Yeah.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
But she's into like the trendy stuff.
Merry Christmas, Wheeler
Even worse.
Walker.
So I
Junior.
forget what fucking group it was, but we went to at the what's that up in the Toyota Center?
I gotta pee.
Hartford?
Wallingford, you mean? That was
No,
that
it's
was
like-
the Chevy for a while. It was called the Chevy.
Why?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's like it's like by Hartford.
That's the Meadows.
Meadows. Yeah, up there. So it was like a country show, and we had to pregame there. We not pregame. We tailgated there.
Yeah.
And
Same shit.
Yeah, that was a bad experience. Country shows are fucking terrible, dude. You can go.
Oh, I
to
could have told you that.
You can go to a rap concert, and the
No,
parking
thanks.
the parking lot afterwards is spotless. You go.
That's because
to-
nobody's drinking. They're all smoking weed.
Yeah,
they
you
take
go
it
to
with
a
them.
country music show. I feel bad for the people that have to clean the parking lot afterwards. It's just like vomit and food and beer cans.
But they're creating jobs,
it's fucking it's terrible though.
keeping someone employed.
So
It's hilarious.
I'm not really a sports guy, as you guys know, but I'm a music guy.
You look very athletic.
Thank you. I'm like a lineman. I have tailgated though at a concert, a weird one to tailgate at, which was Ray LaMontagne, if you know who he is. And I was drank a lot of Palm.
Yeah,
Belgian
you liked
beer.
Palm for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You were really into it.
Yeah,
I was never into-
They're kind of honeyish. There's a little honey malt in that beer, I believe. But I drank a lot of it and got pretty drunk to the point where I was at the Palace in Waterbury watching Ray LaMontagne perform, and there was like 3 of them, and, and I was trying to stay awake because it was so boring. Even
You
though
like him.
I like him, but he was so quiet and just dark and
Awful.
yeah. I know he was good. It was good, but and then I didn't really tailgate at this one, but I did. No, you can consider tailgating because we got there early, and I drank a lot, and then went in drunk.
Yeah,
I
let's
went to
tailgate.
see Louis C.K. In Stanford, and was drinking breakfast up by Founders.
I love that. It's delicious.
I drank a lot of it, and then went inside and don't remember his act. I didn't fall asleep though. So I would say I did enjoy drinking those beers then, but it's probably not the best to do at a tailgating event.
Yeah. You see that country concert was a great tailgating event because country chicks are when you get them trashed, they'll just flash you for no reason.
I actually really hate that country chicks are so hot.
But
Because
they
they're
are.
so hot,
They're
but
so
I cannot
fucking
fucking
stupid, though.
stand
country music, yeah.
I can't even pretend to like
What
it
was funny was
in order
that
to hang out with them.
like the event, like the tailgating was fun. We fucking played beer pong and shit and like grilled and shit. It was fucking great. And then I just hate country music. So in the line to get in, we're out in the parking lot in a line, for them to check your tickets, and we're standing by a Honda Civic, and it's dark out by now, right? And there's 2 people fucking in the back of the Honda Civic, but literally the line goes by this car. They know this. They don't care. They're just
did it on
going at it. And I'm standing at my wife. My wife's like, do they know that we're watching them? I'm like, yeah, I made eye contact with this dude about 4 times already. Totally knows we're watching.
You're like, he fist bumped me out the window.
Does
already.
not care. Yeah. But at that point, I'm like, you know what? Like, I really don't want to go in, you know? So I ended up talking my wife into letting me just not go into the concert and just hang out in the parking lot.
To watch them fuck?
No, just to drink.
Oh. I thought you were like, I'm going to hang out by
like
the
Christmas
Civic.
is here, by the way.
She still won't like let me live it down. She still brings. That's why. I
Wait,
can't.
so you made your wife go into a concert by
with
yourself?
friends.
Oh, okay.
With friends.
I thought you meant just like
and I
by
hung
yourself.
out outside with other friends.
Oh, it smells so good.
There's like a bunch of friends and their wives.
Yeah.
So a couple of friends hung out outside, and then everybody else went inside.
All the wives went
I have
inside.
a confession to make.
It became
guys.
it became terrible because those same drunk country people. One of my now not friends because of this issue left his keys on a table we had, and drunk people, you see keys somewhere, you don't take them because you want to, but you take them because you're an asshole, and you throw them or something. Whatever the case, you know what I mean.
I'd like to pretend
No.
like I wouldn't do that, but I definitely would. I've done worse.
But long story
Jay ripped
short,
the sink off a wall at a bar.
yeah.
Did not.
We told that story on the podcast.
Long story short, that friend got very angry about his keys being displaced
Why was it your fault?
because I was out in the parking lot.
You guys may have noticed that I was playing with my
Yeah,
penis
exactly.
a lot
That was
about 2
my
seconds ago.
that was my reaction.
I wasn't looking at you playing with your penis.
Yeah, I didn't.
I felt like
Anyway.
a little kid just now because I had to pee so bad, but I was trying to and I rushed my tailgating story there because I had to pee so bad. I was
Yeah.
trying to not pee that I was like, a little kid
Pinching your dick?
play with the tip of their penis.
You
they
just
don't pee.
pinch it close.
I was totally doing that, and I don't know if you guys saw
that's
that.
Before we go any
cotton, let's see if it pays off.
It did because I didn't pee my pants. Let's also talk about the other thing that when you have to pee so bad and you're controlling it, but every step you get closer to the toilet, it's like I'm gonna piss my pants so much more.
Oh yeah,
You're
like
about
your
to
brain
just let go.
knows that the toilet's
Yeah,
near.
and then as you're taking your penis out, it's just starting to I didn't pee all over your bathroom, just so you know.
No. I was going to say, my problem is, I'll get that urge, and then when I get to the bathroom, the most painful part is, that 5-second pause
You pause?
before the stream gets going.
Really?
Oh, it's a monsoon once it gets going, but there's still that, that couple seconds where
I really like that part.
check your prostate.
I really like that part. It feels good.
it's like when the valve's cranking open. You know what I mean?
Nah, I was ready to go. I was just I got it right in time.
Speaking of streaming things out, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking right now?
Oh, yeah, I really want to talk about this because this shit's delicious. I actually like this. Who brought
very good.
this? Jeff, right?
This is
Jeff did.
Jeff's.
This is
Changed it up.
JK's cuvee.
Yeah. We just heard that word, didn't we?
Yeah. Winterruption Farmhouse Hard Cider.
I saw Eruption and Hard, and I bought it.
Yes, it's organic. It's
Penises.
spice and unfiltered. I have listeners to the podcast will know that I fucking love cider. I can live off this shit. This is good. This tastes like regular mulled cider. There's alcohol in it.
It does. It just
Mixed
tastes.
with
It just
Diet
tastes
Peach
like
Snapple.
cider.
It does. It's good.
It smells to
fucking
me
good. And I don't like
kind
ciders.
of like Gerber
I
baby
drink
food.
gallons of this shit.
And I mean that in a good way.
I got this
Like
at
a jar
Total
of
Wine.
baby food.
Shout out to
Dutch
Total Wine.
apple baby
It
food.
does. It does.
Yeah.
It's got that cinnamon to it.
Yeah.
Cinnamon. This
It's like
one's
apple and cinnamon. I made hard cider. The very first time I made hard cider, I tried to
Talk
make
about
ice cider,
alcohol content. This is 7%, 6.9.
and I overdid the cinnamon in it.
Winterruption.
Burned. Yeah.
Winterruption.
Yeah. Lightly spiced with ethically traded cinnamon, vanilla, and a wee drop of maple syrup in there.
Just a wee.
Nice.
Just a wee.
It's a
Yeah,
it's
you
a
can
good
kinda taste
cider.
it.
I'm not a huge cider fan. This is good though.
Where's this from?
Delicious.
Total Wine and Spirits.
Almer Orchards, Flushing, Michigan.
Huh?
All right.
Certified organic. Organic.
You can say
Organic.
Flushing's queen. Like Queens.
I know. That's what I thought. It was.
No
bullshit.
sulfites added. Very good. That's
So
very good.
we're 3/4 of the way into the beers and 1/10 of the way into the board. So let's fucking
Yeah.
Well, Jay brought like 4 of them. So
Well, the board is only
Oh.
merely a suggestion.
Yeah, but a lot of them are Christmas stuff, so we have to talk about them
Here
on this
comes
episode.
Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane.
do 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 do.
Something, 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 something lane. I don't think that's the right way. but-
What's Dead Dad? I mean, if we're going to talk about
We talked
We
about
talked
that
about
already.
it, Paulo.
Oh, did we?
The guy
Yeah,
who,
where were you?
84-year-old from
Oh, I
Canada
didn't-
who fell to his death.
Oh, all right.
Dad made it.
We
sound like that was
socialed
something
for
else.
him.
Granddad.
Dad, yeah, that should have been Granddad. Dad.
What's the rage room?
Yeah, I'd like
Well,
to
he
know
was
what
a
the rage
father,
room
too.
is. What's the rage room?
Oh,
the rage
Dude, this
room.
thing's rad.
So the color red
Yeah,
makes people feel rage. They say,
they say
Yes.
that. Yeah,
and that's why
that's why I'm
the
gonna
psych
punch
ward
Paulo
is-
in a minute.
That's why the psych ward is like pale blue, like just
White.
not blue.
Well,
it's like
no,
a
it's
really
it's the exact opposite of red.
You know.
This is a scene where Gizmo changes, right?
Wait a minute. Let's see what you did.
No, this is when
Shit's going nuts at the YMCA.
It's when they all get in the pool.
Oh, all right.
I like how there's like an LED light show going on in there
Yeah, yeah.
for no reason.
Can't find the link. Oh, here we go. Christmas Rage Room lets you wreck the halls with holiday havoc. Nice. Run, Rudolph, run. No, seriously, they have bats. Run. A London.
He's reading the sub headlines now.
That's because it was funny. A London Rage Room is offering people who are not having a holly jolly Christmas a chance to batch away all the symbols of the season. For the equivalent of about $24, visitors donned a red jumpsuit and hard hat, grabbed a baseball bat, and wreathed havoc by smashing trees and ornaments. Yeah, that's what it says. Trees and ornaments for 3 minutes in Rudolph's Rage Room.
I'd fucking do that.
Dude, in a heartbeat.
Rage rooms aren't new though. They've had those for a long time.
Pierce Egan, who hates Christmas, says, I just imagined everyone from last Christmas who didn't get me anything and then showed them how it was.
I don't hate people that don't get me anything. I just hate Christmas in general. I just can't stand it. I was actually, I, that leads me to something that I forgot to put on the board because I was going to bring it up. But
Wait, let me finish. The room featured a range of Christmas-related paraphernalia, including trees, baubles, dancing Santas, and much, much more, all to the Christmas soundtrack of your choice. There was also a bar.
Pantera, does Pantera have a Christmas album?
There was also a bar.
See,
That's what I wanted to get
if
to.
because if they were drinking non-alcoholic drinks, the rage room isn't as fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drink your non-alcoholic beer and be full of rage.
Speaking of people that need a rage room,
Less than 5.5% of rage.
do we want to? Speaking of people that need a rage room, do we want to talk about the beheaded Santa? ISIS video?
You know who needs that? If ISIS only had a room that they can get rid of their rage.
Yeah, they have like a Christian rage room.
They do. It's called Syria.
Ouch.
That's
Just so
a
you don't feel so
joke,
comfortable
and,
this Christmas season.
Beep. Wait. Beep.
I was gonna say that's a joke and a fact in one.
Xmas terror threat. ISIS thugs post bizarre image of beheaded Santa Claus as terror group vows to launch Christmas attacks. Let's hashtag ISIS in this episode. See if we can get some attention.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we're not. That's not going to happen.
Why are you mad, bro?
They hate freedom.
And Santa.
Yeah.
Well, he represents freedom. I love that.
No, he's got slaves.
Yeah,
man.
but he gives free presents.
We would draw Muhammad scattering presents out across the land, but you won't fucking let us. You know?
The song's on.
Oh, this is the climax, I think.
Yeah. We're
What
going
the
to take a
hell
moment
is
and
that
watch.
thing?
Turn it up.
Where are they driving?
His snowplow that was next to he offered to drive him to work in the snowplow.
it's a
and
tractor with a-
I haven't watched this in such a long time. Totally.
That was a good
messing up.
cider.
This is the delicious cider, man. I'm savoring this.
It is good, but does anyone want mine?
So, yeah, that was a picture of like Santa in a rocking chair next to a tree holding his own head that ISIS posted.
But did you die?
And he has like dark hands. Doesn't he?
No, he's got gloves on, white gloves.
Does he have gloves on? I'm sorry. Something looks dark.
He's got dark hands. No, he's got white gloves.
I'm just picturing some like Middle Eastern guy in a Santa costume posing.
I mean,
for the
I feel
photo
like
they're gonna use
I
to
feel like
Photoshop.
ISIS should get together with the fucking athletic brewing people because I feel like they're on the same page. There's zero fun.
Yeah,
and
no
the
fun.
rage room people.
And actually, you're not allowed. If you're Muslim, you're not allowed to drink alcohol anyway.
Well, it's not completely non-alcoholic.
yeah,
It's less than 0.5%.
See, but this is what I'm saying too. Like, if you're an alcoholic, and you want to go have non-alcoholic beer, isn't 0.5 enough to like? Here's the thing: I'm addicted to cigarettes. If I didn't completely abstain from cigarettes and then smoked a 0.5 nicotine dose, I'd be fucking flying. So isn't that defeat the purpose?
You
No,
know,
I don't
though,
think nicotine and alcohol have the same impact.
Everybody
that way.
who
Yeah, I don't
I've
think that's-
ever met drinking an O'Doul's, and like there's alcoholics in my family. Like I'm not gonna get specific about it, but like any people that
Shout out to the alcoholics.
Merry Christmas, Dad. That's not. But like they drink O'Doul's and non-alcoholic beer and stuff, and it's never like a proud.
Yeah.
Like, pass me O'Doul's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Cheers.
Like, where you going? You getting up? You getting up, motherfucker? Throw me O'Doul's. You know what I mean? It's never that. It's always like a very secretive, like.
They always have a koozie.
Yeah, to hide
do.
it.
It's not. It's weird, man. I don't know if it's just the flavor of it or what it is, but I don't know.
It's dog shit.
It is. It's dog shit. It is dog shit.
I think that's the point of the brewery is they're
there's
trying to
always
make
like
it
a
not dog
sad-
shit. But
And listen, alcoholism isn't a good thing, right? So like you need to moderate yourself and all that shit. But like if you for whatever reason you can't drink alcohol, like you're getting over an issue or just health wise, you can't anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes I pull back for
just
trying
don't
not to be a
just don't
fat piece of
drink
shit.
Just don't
completely.
drink
yeah, but all the calories are still there.
You know,
Well, I don't drink. No, I don't drink non-alcoholic beer. I just don't drink beer.
But that's what I'm saying.
when I'm cutting back.
Just fucking drink or
Like-
don't.
I just don't get it. You're lactose intolerant. Just don't drink milk. Don't
Sucks
drink
for
milk
you.
anymore.
But
You know?
you know what you can always do though.
Every time I hear that, I get a hard on.
Are you talking
I
about
don't
drinking
even know
semen?
what I'm
That's not milk. That's not the same thing.
Man milk, baby.
I've consumed semen.
Wait, is this really about semen? What's happening?
You could literally milk me.
I've
So quick
nibbled grape.
sidebar. Speaking of milking, what the fuck was that thing that Luke milked on the fun? That was disgusting.
Oh, that was actually a throwback to the first one. 'Cause they were drinking bantha milk, that
right.
that blue bantha milk. That Uncle
Anyway.
Owen and Aunt Beru.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, you want
Yeah,
to
you were sleeping.
if you want to relieve some stress,
Oh, Bantham. Masturbate.
Okay. Right now? There's
no.
tack nails under here. I might hurt.
Apparently, it
you're
could
not
be the
reaching
gift
those.
giving. This is what this article says on motherjones.com. It could be the gift giving, the mistletoe, or the spiked eggnog, but something about Christmas seems to make people want to get it on. In a study published by the journal Scientific Reports, I don't know how scientific they really are, but a group of researchers from Portugal and Indiana University analyzed Google searches between 2004 2014. I don't know how new this story is. And Twitter posts from 2010 to 2014 from nearly 130 countries. They found out online interest in sex, for example, porn searches, peak sharply during Christmas in Christian majority countries, regardless of the hemisphere. Because, as we said, those right-wingers like plastic-faced Ted Cruz, the Christmas elf, like some incest porn.
I think that
This is why ISIS is so angry, though.
I feel
They just
like
need to jack off a little bit.
with a lot of people, their relationship with sex is very much is risk reward. Oh, what's going on?
part. Watch.
That's like one of those chairlifts.
Watch.
Yes.
The guy just flew out of the window as
That's
we were
the
still
best part of
watching
the whole
Gremlins. They're wearing
Is that why all the
scars.
chairlift commercials are going so like
Slow.
expediently slow? Yeah. They're like, you definitely will not fly out a window.
So people just get all frisky during this time of year, you know?
You know what I think it is, man? It's blue balls. It's blue balls. It's blue balls due to over expectations.
Well,
Because when you dump $500 on your wife's gift and you don't get a blowjob,
that's what's funny. They think they have to buy you a gift in return. It's like, no.
Did you ever see that?
That's not how this
You know
works.
that Family Guy episode with the diamond commercial? It's like, it's just silhouettes of a guy giving a
Oh,
girl
yeah.
diamond.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Like, it's like diamonds because she has to.
Yeah, I forgot exactly how I said it, but she like starts getting on her knees.
that's a complete lie. They don't have to.
But, I mean, it is kind of a serious topic, though. I mean, the highest rate of suicide around the year is Christmas. And I think a lot of those jerk-offs are just like one last bang before you go.
They don't have to, right? I'm not getting ripped off here, am I?
Yeah, they do have to. Okay, it's written on your receipt.
That's fucked
You can take
up.
it back if they don't.
Go ahead. Knock on the ceiling of this bar. Wake some people up.
Oh man.
Shit, Lord.
So yeah, why? I mean, if you wanted to turn the Christmas lights off, wouldn't you just unplug them? I mean, do you need to cut them with scissors?
No, it's less dramatic.
Paulo, have you? How old's your daughter?
2.
She doesn't go to preschool or anything like
No,
that.
not yet. Not that.
Oh, that was
Well,
adult.
That ruined my segue.
Transition.
Because sometimes parents give their kids teachers gifts for the holiday season, and
Yeah, we have a daycare person that. Yeah, I just finished buying her a gift.
What'd you get her?
I just a gift certificate. Get her hair done. Did.
Here, you look
Get
like you
her-
need. You,
get
here,
her
here,
haircut.
you look like you need a haircut.
Yeah.
for those of you who teach out there who drink heavily after school, after work, I mean,
Or
and
during.
on the weekends, you'll find this story kind of funny. Parents in Ohio gave their son's teacher, I don't know if it was homemade wine, but it was home labeled wine at least, with photos of their son's face on it. And the bottom of the label said, "Our child might be the reason you drink, so enjoy this bottle on us." So
That's actually pretty
That's
funny.
pretty funny. Yeah, I would like that if I
That's
was
cute. I thought it was just gonna get weird from there. Like
No. It's just a cute
When
Christmas
you-
story.
thought,
not
like,
everything. Not everything has to be weird,
I
Jeff.
thought when you like finish the bottle of wine and look at the label from the inside, it was like a picture of them fucking or something.
I wouldn't drink that wine.
And then
Yeah,
that teacher
I've-
probably went on to have sex with a student.
I've always
I
had
think
this
that's how
weird.
it happens.
I've always had this weird. I don't know if it's a phobia.
It's warm in here, right?
Yeah, it's real. I had to take off my
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
clothes.
It's like Chet's nuts roasting.
Who's Chet?
Jeff's nuts.
They said Chet's nuts.
he did say Chet.
Chet's nuts roasting on an open fire.
I don't know. Even as a kid, if I watched other kids cooking food, I'm like, I'm not eating that. Like
What?
when people are like, oh,
other kids.
Yeah, when kids are like, oh, you want some spaghetti? I helped my mom make it. I'm like, nope,
You know, that
Nope.
last story just goes to show you that we don't have to talk about everything we put on the board.
we don't. We don't.
But one thing I do want to talk about, and this is something I thought of earlier today that I wanted to ask you guys, ask the team.
All I know is this looks like a lot of fun right now in Gremlins.
Oh, yeah. They're like,
It does.
that reminds me of that movie with
That looks like a heavy drinking podcast.
George
with no-
Clooney with the vampires. What was that? Dusk Before Dawn?
Dusk till dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
For some reason.
From dusk till dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn.
That was
Selma Hayek, right?
Yeah, Selma
she in
Hayek. I think that's actually the movie that she got R'd by Weinstein.
You know what's funny though?
Oh, shit.
she
got
was.
raped by Weinstein?
Yeah.
You know what's funny though?
missed
Because
that.
she was in like those crazy scenes from Dusk Till Dawn, right?
She
But
was in
she
it.
was also in this like the mock scenes of
In
that
Jay and
movie
Silent Bob.
in Dogma.
Yeah, Dogma. That's right.
Fun.
Both
more
Miramax.
you know.
Both Miramax movies.
But here's
Yes.
my question for the team. What's your favorite Christmas song?
I'm a big fan of It's Christmas
talk
Time
about-
in East Haven.
Yeah. Let's talk about actually, here's a double-sided. Actual favorite Christmas carol, like actual true Christmas song?
Carol or like
Like true Christmas
Popular.
song. Carol or, yeah. Like
I
carol.
I personally like Perry Como, but he doesn't sing Christmas carols. He sings Christmas songs.
Yeah.
So do you mean Christmas Carol?
I mean both, I said.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
I said Christmas carol and any other Christmas, what's your favorite? And Christmas song.
Movie, you
Yeah.
mean? Are we talking movies?
Not movie, no, songs.
No, song.
Carol and
Song means song.
And then we can say movies too.
My favorite,
Sorry.
my by far favorite Christmas song is
Lightning round, go.
I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. Because I think that's been used in a lot of horror movies, and it creeps me out when I hear it. It also reminds
It's
me.
not
of,
romantic, people.
It also reminds me of being a kid.
It's romantic for Jeff.
and so I really like it. My favorite Christmas carol is I can't concentrate now.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good backdrop.
My favorite Christmas carol is I can't remember. I can't remember. This isn't the version that like I'm thinking of either.
What's yours, man?
My favorite carol is "Oh Holy Night" because the melody's really awesome if you actually pay attention,
Yeah.
and the dynamic of the range of the melody.
And so?
Favorite Christmas song? I'm not going to say song. I'm going to say album. And ready?
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers Christmas album. Reminds me of being a kid.
Oh, okay.
That's why. I can't read your writing. Yeah, but Kenny Rogers' Christmas album reminds me of being a kid.
That's awesome. My favorite
Yeah.
carol, I think.
Like when you feel Christmas, the feeling of Christmas, I think of that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because now it means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And I have a kid, and that sucks. But
I don't know about carols, man. I know my favorite Christmas song is.
what is it?
It's Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis.
Where have you been? Naughty. Hey, that's right.
Is it a thing?
Naughty you.
Yeah, I think this is the whole video.
This is the intro.
I'm late as it is.
It's one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time.
Now,
Oh, you know what's like a good
fast
Christmas
forward.
song?
There you
There
go.
we go. Actually, you know what? I lied. It's actually a tie between this. It's a tie between this and No Doubt's Oi to Christmas.
I don't think I ever heard that.
No? You gotta look up that. That's actually a really good song.
No doubt, huh? Gwen Stefani?
You know, I think the original version's like a Misfits song or some shit.
Definitely not.
And
There's
no,
definitely
well,
no
not
Misfits Christmas songs.
Yeah, hold on.
Unless by Christmas you mean Halloween, and it's everyone.
I also
not-
like
it's not Misfits.
Weird Al's Christmas at Ground Zero is a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
I really like
It's not Oi to Christmas. It's Oi to the World.
Christmas in
first
New York
of all.
is a really good song.
And it's the Vandals that sang the first version of it.
The Vandals, yeah. Definitely not the Misfits.
I don't know why I thought the Misfits, but that's also a good Christmas song.
I do like this one a lot. It doesn't remind me of Christmas, but it reminds me of
Christmas in Hollis doesn't remind you of Christmas?
No, because I didn't listen to it as a child, sitting on my dad's lap.
Oh, that girl is hot.
I will
Phoebe
say,
Cates, yeah.
Phoebe Cates?
Fucking her titties come out in Fast Times.
Why aren't we? I never seen Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Dude, you've never seen Fast Times?
Really?
It's
We'll have to
so
do-
good.
The next time we sync a movie, we'll have to do that one.
So good.
I send stuffed macaronis and cheese. Gifts under Christmas trees.
Do we have another beer? Because I'm out.
Oh, we got tons of beer.
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't even gotten into the beers I brought.
I thought we were all bringing one beer.
I brought a lot.
Drink eggnog.
Over fucking achiever.
Jay's got to show off.
Christmas carols.
This is St. Bernardus Christmas Ale.
Let me see that.
Belgian Abbey Ale.
Let me see.
10% alcohol.
I almost bought that.
I almost did too.
And you didn't because you suck. You showed up with a goddamn
Wait, hang on.
cider.
And it was
Hang on.
delicious.
No, it was good.
This has got like a fun cork to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool.
We have to put that up to the mic and
Belgian, baby.
put it up to the mic and do that.
You want me to actually pop it?
Yeah, I watch out for the
No, like-
glasses above
Pull it
you.
out with your hand.
Yeah, pull it out with your hand, but
Yeah, but I do it
what
gently
she said.
usually.
yeah, it'll still make a noise.
Not the way I do it because I'm a goddamn professional.
You're an
Dave.
idiot. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it still makes a noise, dick.
No, when I do it normally, if you do it right, it doesn't make a noise.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Mazel tov.
St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. Here we go.
Is that disrespectful?
What?
Is that disrespectful? Mazel toffing a Belgian beer? Is that?
No, they weren't. That's
No.
You
not,
have to ask
Right.
the Belgians.
it's not the same as Germany. It's.
They were kind of like neutral in that, right?
I don't know that they were neutral,
Who has a glass?
That's a lot of head, my friend.
Thank you.
but I think they were allied. Till France opened the door and let Hitler walk down the fucking Champs Elysees.
Jay's pouring this like he's working a wedding.
The Champs-Élysées. The Champs-Élysées.
He's just dumping beer onto
Oh,
cups.
don't you know the Champs-Élysées?
Oh, I love this.
You had a server that just dumps beer onto cups and it's just all foamy head. They're just like, and fuck you, and fuck you, and
Well,
fuck
that's
you.
like
Paulo,
that guy.
if you really knew anything, you would know that the head is what delivers the aroma.
You know what the head you know what the head doesn't deliver? Tips.
How are you going to get head without the?
It's a truly funny observation. Who wants some more? There's more left. Jeff does.
No,
Noah. Let's talk about Noah. He's in the Bible. It's Christmas time.
it's a different part of the Bible.
I don't think any of the
Oh,
Bible
that's
has anything
tasty.
to do with Christmas.
Did they have Christmas on the Ark? Did that happen?
So can we
Let's imagine the
can we
Ark
just talk
happened.
about for a minute?
Did
that-
Christmas happen on the
can we talk about?
I got a
for minute-
mouthful of head. I almost spit out.
Oh yeah, you did. That's going to be a sound drop.
Semen.
Can we talk for a minute about how you asked Brendan if they have dogs in England last week? That was really funny. That was my favorite part of the
I
episode.
know. I purposely.
Do you have dogs in England? And then Brendan didn't even skip a beat. He's
Well,
like, I
it
got
was
2 right
face.
here.
I love when
I like how it was a Yorkshire Terrier and a British
bulldog.
bulldog. Yeah, or an English.
I
bulldog.
love when I
Shout out
ask
to Elvis.
when I ask purposely stupid questions. People are like, "Hey," it goes right over their head. They're like, "Yeah, no, definitely."
It made me laugh.
I want to talk about. You know what I want to talk about? How last year I gave you my heart.
I hate that fucking song.
The very
Last
next
Christmas
day,
I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away.
Gave it
And
away.
this year, Norway orders reindeer slaughter days before Christmas.
That doesn't rhyme.
I know it's the worst song ever.
I don't understand what the hell.
No, this is a news story, man.
that song's wrong.
Today, this is a news story that came out today. Just days before Rudolph flies off to draw Santa's sleigh at Christmas, dozens of his reindeer kin have received a death sentence after a Norwegian court ordered they be slaughtered to preserve pasture land. The country's Supreme Court said in a statement it had ruled valid a demand by the state for reindeer herder Javset Ante Sara, 25. Well, he's,
I'm
25
against it.
years old. He's got to reduce his 200-strong herd to 75. They want him to slaughter 125 reindeer.
A lot of meat.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a lot of meat. Why do they want him to do that?
The herder from the indigenous Sami County, who has twice successfully challenged an order to reduce the size of his herd, claimed he could not make a living with the scale of the slaughter. But the court upheld the state's claim that the slaughter was necessary to ensure sustainable management of the land. It's kind of fucked
They're
up.
just wrecking shit up, I guess, huh?
Earlier this month, Mr. Sarah's sister, Merritt Ann Sarah, drew attention to the case when hanging up a curtain made of 400 bullet-ridden reindeer skulls outside Norway's parliament. And there's a picture.
Isn't the whole point of having the
Holy
reindeers
shit.
so that you eventually can slaughter them for fucking profit?
Well, I don't think you want to do it all at once.
You don't, but like when they come to your house and they're like, "Hey, man, you need to slaughter some of these," you can just be like, "Yeah, I know." In like 4 months.
Over the process of
Yeah.
4 months.
I don't think you understand how this works.
But apparently, government doesn't give a shit about Christmas,
Yeah.
Or otherwise they wouldn't give you that executive order. That was amazing.
Echo.
I was trying to figure out.
Not for anything, but that song was wrong. You said, even though you did give me your heart last Christmas, the very next day, I didn't give it away. I exchanged it
For a larger size.
I exchanged it for a larger
And a large start.
No, I just exchanged it for the gold one because you got me the silver one, and I know the gold one's been on back order, but I'd rather just wait because I like the gold one. So
Can we
I
talk
just
about
brought it back.
least favorite Christmas songs? Because that and the other one that's like Wonderful Christmas Time. Those top my list for want to
Simply
blow my
having-
fucking brains
That's
out
the
every time I
Beatles.
hear
Is
those
that
songs.
the Beatles?
Yeah, I hate them
You hate the Beatles or that song?
both.
I don't really like them either.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest about it.
controversial.
I was never a
opinion.
fan
can
of
I-
the.
Can
Don't-
I add
don't
in,
they know it's
Can I add in
Christmas?
my favorite Christmas song?
Do
Or
you-
do I get to fuck myself?
No, go ahead, man.
You
gotta
didn't
just-
say your favorite.
Fuck yourself with jingle bells on.
Listen, Dave.
Fuck yourself and the reindeer you rode in on.
Listen. I don't think Dave understands. When you're part of the Bukkake party, nobody's gonna pat you on the back and push you in. You kind of just gotta grab the reins. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite song?
No, I'm
Go
just,
ahead,
I'm just sitting here producing. I'm not.
What's up? What's your favorite song?
I'm multitasking. I don't even know what my favorite Christmas
Carol.
song is.
How
I just
about
wanted to bring
Carol?
it up.
Do you have a Carol? Favorite
No,
Carol?
I don't.
You don't?
Carol, favorite Carol, probably Carol Burnett.
Yeah, she's pretty sweet.
She's funny. That's good.
No, actually, I can't
love
even think
Carol
of I can't even think of a Christmas song. I just wanted to bring it up to
That's
Buster
awesome.
Balls.
That should be the image for the show.
Oh, I can put it up if you want.
Oh, we got.
I posted it to my own personal one.
So this beer's pretty good. What we kind of went off the rails.
St. Bernardus Christmas Ale is the youngest descendant in the illustrious family of delicious Abbey ales brewed by Brewery St. Bernardus since 1946. That's actually not that old. This specialty ale of 10%
It's older than it sounds.
Alcohol volume is characterized by its deep dark color with a creamy thick head and a full, almost velvety mouthfeel with a fruity nose. It's a seasonal ale brewed annually for the holiday season. The long winter nights are perfect moments to savor this ale with family and friends and to enjoy its unique, complex taste.
Oh wait, all right, I gotta leave then. Fuck you guys. It said family and friends, so I'm gonna go find some.
It does make you want to start a fire. It is.
So Belgian beers can be tricky for me. I love all beer. Belgian Goldens, I don't like. Belgian Strong Goldens, I don't like. I've said before, like they make me stuffy. I think it's the yeast. And I know they use some of the same yeast for dark strongs. I'm not sure what it is, but I love dark strongs, and this definitely falls into that. And this is an Abbey Ale, which is definitely more leaning towards the dark strong. This isn't dark strong; it's an Abbey Ale, but those darker maltier,
Dark Strong. It sounds like a fucking Star Wars character.
those darker maltier Belgian beers, I definitely enjoy, and this is obviously fantastic.
It definitely has
Thoughts?
the
Concerns?
yeastiness.
No concerns. I like it.
A
I
huge
like
part
it.
of
It's
Belgian
tasty.
beers in general,
It's the yeast,
the
right?
flavor. Yeah,
It's got a little
the
ting.
yeast character.
It's got a little like tingly
Yeast.
something. Yeah, I like it.
That's the yeast.
That's
Dude,
why
I'm
we
looking
have
at this
Jake. 'cause
picture. I'm looking at this picture of a curtain of 400 reindeer skulls. It's awesome.
I'm gonna pee.
I think they kind of did that to be dramatic, but it looks pretty badass.
Yeah. I closed it.
So I don't know. Do you think we could pull off a successful pausing of the podcast and the sync?
No.
Do you think our listeners are that?
You just do a countdown and everybody
They're
pauses
not.
at the same time.
No, we don't need to do that. Whoa! This
Oh,
place just blew
explosion.
up. What is going on?
I think he's got a Three Musketeers.
I don't know, but I was just gonna say I want a Three
He
Musketeers
does.
now.
Yeah. In the old packaging, I want.
He does. You know the crazy part was when this movie came out. Like you watched this movie and you saw the crazy shit that happened with like the
Gremlins?
yeah, the Gremlins and everything. But then like you wanted one for Christmas. Wasn't that the craziest shit? Like I totally wanted one of those fucking Gremlin
yeah.
dolls as a kid.
Because you'd be more responsible.
Yeah, and it was the first thing you did with it when you had it. Right in the fucking bathtub. That was the first thing I did. I'm like, come alive, motherfucker.
There's no way he broke that window with that little fucking kid toy. He just smashed that window with that piece of plastic.
It might have been a single pane. Like,
That was ridiculous. There's no such single pane windows for storefronts.
it's a different time, my friend.
Yeah, it was 80s.
I don't believe
It's
it.
like 1984. This is like
That's back when Coke was everywhere and people knew how to behave themselves.
Yeah, there was no like AIDS or anything back then either.
In the 80s?
That's called sarcasm, my friend.
Oh, I was peeing. I missed the setup. Thanks for leaving that huge turd for me.
it was still in there.
No, this one was Jay.
I destroyed it with my blaster.
Your blaster.
I feel like we're closer now. Oddly enough.
Yeah, I forgot how hot that chick is.
Phoebe Kate?
It's like going
Yeah, she's
it's like
cute.
going to a restroom and then finding a turd and then not flushing it, pissing on it, and then finding that person out in the food court and telling them about it.
I'll tell you why. Are you going to make me explain why?
No, why?
I felt like maybe it was left there because it couldn't flush and somebody knew it.
Oh,
so it needed to be
no.
broken up.
It was
and
that big.
It was
sat-
that big.
And it was saturated long enough that I could easily break it with the force of the stream of pee.
Jesus Christ. Was there like a ventilator shaft that you blew up the Death Star with?
Let's just
You
say,
got me worried.
Let's just say I wish there was.
Many
because,
Bothans died
man,
shitting
did
that
I
into
drive the
toilet.
aroma up out of the toilet on that one.
Well, I'm sure you did.
And we're still talking about shit on the Christmas episode.
You should have taken
Yeah.
a picture of it. That could have been the picture for the Instagram for this episode.
Put it on the Instagram.
You want no chicken?
You should check the Bristol stool chart and see how it ranked.
What did you guys ask Santa for Christmas?
Oh, girlfriend.
Just like silence for a time. That'd be great.
Oh, you're not gonna get that here.
No, well, not. I mean, clearly not with you guys. I mean, outside of that.
Yeah, I forgot. This one's 10% too?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all.
So that's the thing with Christmas ales. They're generally high alcohol.
Yeah, because you're not supposed
Did you ever see Santa's rosy goddamn cheeks?
to. I think you're supposed to drink them on the
You
couch
think that's
by
just
the fire.
cold? He's getting all turned up, looking at pornography online to get it with Mrs. Claus.
I don't think that happened.
How do you think they had all those elves?
I don't think those are their children.
I think they're probably brother and sister. And they bang all the time.
I think you have no basis.
Oh, they're
of
definitely
a factual
inbred.
statement.
There's
What was-
definitely an inbreeding
Well, I don't
issue
know.
with elves.
What was your favorite Christmas present you ever got?
I have a fond memory of like a full line of laser tag.
Oh, nice! I got that one year. That was
Like
dope.
the helmets
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
chest
yeah.
pieces and everything.
Yeah, those were dope.
A fond memory of that.
Yeah.
I remember when me and my brother got we got the Sega Master System.
Yes.
Not,
Actually, no,
like,
I didn't.
way
I never had
before
the Master
Genesis.
System. I only had the Genesis. I only had Nintendo at that time, and then I had
we had
Genesis.
We had like cousins that would get everything. So I remember we got like their secondhand Atari 2600.
Right.
It was like a year old. They got like a Nintendo.
Right.
So like I don't need the shit anymore. I was like, Atari 2600. This is great.
Like,
you know? Yeah. And I remember we got a Sega. It was a Sega Master System. It used to have the cartridge on top.
Yeah.
And then the little card slot in the front. It used to have like these.
Oh, yeah.
They're like 4-bit games. They're just like two dots flying around the screen. But it was just neat that the whole game would fit on this card that you could fit in your pocket.
I don't remember that part.
Just barely.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that part. I never had the Master System though. I got my first Sega was Genesis, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had the Master System. I only had the Genesis,
The
but I
Master
remember
System
that.
was awesome.
I had Genesis, Sega CD, and 32X.
I have the Genesis with the 32X at my house right now.
Do you really?
Yeah.
And the one dirt bike game that came with it
Yep.
at the beginning?
Yeah.
And then you never got any other 32X game?
Yep.
Because they released like 3 games, I think.
Yeah. The only one I ever wanted was the motocross one, though, so
Yeah.
it worked out well.
That's
It was
funny.
pretty awesome game. Could we play that?
Yeah.
Does it still work?
Yeah.
Does anybody have Excite Bike? I used to fucking love playing.
Yeah.
Dude, Excite Bike for Nintendo?
I
you
do.
could build your
Dude,
own track.
at my house, I have the original NES, Sega Genesis with 32X. I have an old school Atari. What else do I have over there?
Do you guys... Oh, shit. Do you remember Sega CD?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that
Yeah,
game
yeah.
that came with it?
Where you
Night,
like rape chicks?
Night something?
Yeah, the college,
Yeah,
the college
yeah,
dorm
yeah,
room
yeah,
game.
yeah.
No.
Nobody
no,
else
no, no.
remembers that fucking game.
The one that came with it was
Every
called
time I bring
like
it up.
Night something.
Yeah.
And like they were vampires. And you trap them in the halls of the house and shit.
Yeah,
Those
but there
boom
was
traps.
like it was like a college girl in her like
Yeah.
underwear.
No, it was the fucking sister from fucking that show with Willis.
Willis,
What you talking about, Willis?
the chick that
still-
died from crack.
Yeah.
Really?
Dana White,
That's the guy from
that's
fucking
UFC.
This is
UFC.
from UFC, yeah.
Dana Pink.
Oh shit. She was in it though. She was like the main character. The girl. What
It
show
was
was
like
that?
a dorm room. It was supposed to be like a dorm.
They were in a
That
house.
game.
The
They were in a
Willis
house.
show.
Yeah. What show was that? What the fuck is the name of it? Who was that midget character?
Diff apostrophe rent strokes.
different strokes.
Diff rent strokes.
Who was the kid?
Willis?
No, but that was the older brother.
No. Oh yeah,
Arnold.
Arnold. Yeah.
Arnold.
No, Emmanuel Lewis is Webster. That was racist.
Oh shit.
That was
Why is
the
that
other
racist?
because that was the other black midget.
I just remember when we moved. When I moved from Bridgeport to Shelton, our next door neighbors were these like it was like a Filipino family. And
Dana Plato.
Dana
There you
Plato.
go.
Dana Plato. She was in that. What's the name of that game?
Their father was loaded. He was like a ITT tech or something, like a IBM tech or something like that. He was a technician.
ITT tech is
not
like
ITT tech.
shitty-
That's a fucking
Night Trap.
That's a school.
Yeah, Night Trap.
He worked for IBM or something like that. He was like an engineer. For
Oh yeah,
them.
there was IBM in Shelton.
Dude, that was 1992.
And Xerox was in Shelton.
So they had like I remember when we moved here, he had like a Mac computer that was set up for gaming. Like this is back in like the late 80s.
Yeah.
And he used to have like Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, dude, I loved Leisure
Yeah.
Suit
Dude, I
Larry.
just got Leisure Suit Larry for my phone.
Yeah. And like the
What?
Caveman
Yeah.
Olympics.
All right,
He
so
had like all this shit on this computer.
it's funny you bring Leisure Suit Larry up because I remember being with my cousin at his grandparents' house trying to like crack the password
Wait,
to
your cousin?
play Leisure Suit Larry on his grandfather's computer. What was so bad about that game?
There was like boobs in it and stuff.
Yeah,
The,
that's-
the point was to bang hookers.
It was
Yeah,
like
the dude.
It was
The
like
whole point of the
8-bit
game was to
boobs.
get this dude laid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
gets
We
into
never
hot
could
tubs with
crack
like
it,
chicks
though.
and
We
like
never could
they take
crack
their
it.
tits out.
I've never played it because I couldn't.
It's
crack
fucking
the
a
code.
great
It's-
game.
They
dude.
have
It's
it for
really
your
fun.
phone now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like an emulator?
You heard
or
it
have to
here on
download
No, it's a
Drink
new
Podcast.
game.
just like built
Download
in?
Yeah.
Leisure Suit Larry for
Yeah,
your
I'm doing it. I'm
smartphone.
actually doing it right now.
I remember like
Do you have to pay for it? Or
No, it's free.
we entered this pact with the next door neighbors that like we would like divide and conquer. So like you ask for Nintendo, like an N64 or Super Nintendo. That's what it was. You ask for a Super Nintendo. I'll ask for a
I've got
Genesis.
N64 at my house too.
Yeah, I'll ask for a Genesis. You ask for a PlayStation. I'll
GameCube.
ask for a Sega
I'll get
Saturn.
a TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, but this kid's father.
Remember Neo Geo?
Yeah, I had everything.
This kid's father
Cartridges
would
were as
buy
big
him.
as this laptop.
Yeah, this kid's father would buy them all the systems, you know? So like, what'd you get? I'm like, dude, you have them all covered. I started asking for like remote control cars and shit. Dude.
Yeah. My dad was in the toy business the whole time I was a kid, so I had fucking everything. Unfortunately,
What was your greatest Christmas present?
my greatest Christmas present of all time was the. I mean, there were so many great ones because he got them for free, so it wasn't that hard for him to get crazy stuff. But the greatest one I ever got was the thing that like blew my mind completely. Was the fucking G.I. Joe spaceship. It was like $600.
There was a G.I. Joe spaceship.
In 88. Like today,
Really?
that would have been like a $1,800 toy. It was fucking enormous. Do you remember there was
Think about how much money you could have if you had all these toys in there.
Dude,
Packaging.
if you look up that spaceship on eBay right now in the box, it's fucking ridiculous amounts of money.
What's hilarious?
I'm installing Leisure Suit Larry.
What's hilarious is that those toys back then, there was no way around it. They were definitely assembled by hand.
Oh no, this was assembled by my dad because it comes in a million pieces.
Is it the capsule or is there a whole spaceship?
It was a launch pad with the capsule. It was all like one whole thing.
The capsule alone is $155.
But that's open, like in the box. It only came together.
That's crazy. I was gonna say.
That was the thing that like blew my mind the most. But I had like my dad always made sure that.
Oh, by the way, if you grew up in the '90s and you had a Sega Genesis and you didn't have Golden Axe 2,
oh yeah,
with Game Genie hooked up to it with the unlimited lives, so
Game Genie was the shit.
You could be the troll with the axe and
Yeah.
just fucking slay all
Dude,
fucking day
they
because
have-
nobody could kill you.
they have Golden Axe Arcade at Barcade.
That's awesome.
1987 Hasbro G.I. Joe Defiant Space
Defiant,
Complex box
yeah.
with shipping sleeve, MIP sealed parts, $4,955.
That's open. That's like
It says sealed.
Yep. Oh, I thought it said open sealed parts. It says that means that the box has been opened, but the stuff inside it has never been played with. Sealed is even more than that.
That's crazy, man.
It looks like a piece of shit.
It was this big. I swear to God, it was this big. And it had like a launch thing that like lifted up like this, and then it like you opened the gates and the shuttle came out. It was fucking crazy. I wish I still had it. I'm gonna get a back piece tattoo of it.
It's just a set. And you could do it out of the box or in the box.
No, out of the box.
In the box.
It's crazy why,
Yo,
how
even
some-
my
some
tattoo is mint unsealed. Check it out.
Even this one, G.I. Joe Defiant, the whole thing, playset, 99% complete, $850.
Yeah, I think the original price tag was like $600 in '88, which is unheard of for a kid's toy.
That's insane.
But I mean, my dad got them for free. So.
This movie's so hilarious because they're sitting on a couch and they're just like sitting around watching their 13-inch black and white TV.
They're giving Gizmo a thermometer to check his temperature.
And it's just funny because they're all like in the living room. They have this little tiny television.
It's the way it was, man.
I know, because I remember that. I mean, I was fucking a kid.
The Asian guy's back.
There's so many toys
It
I
is.
think about from when I was a kid that I can't remember what
He
what
doesn't
they
have
were.
his opium pipe.
I think taking Gizmo back is a good idea. They can't be trusted. Clearly.
Well, no, they just set the whole fucking town on fire.
I wouldn't fuck that Asian.
There is a Gremlins too, though. So apparently something went wrong.
Have you ever had a girl that you got wet like that and she turned crazy?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
That was a mistake, right? Were you ever in that situation?
Yeah. And last time I said her name on the podcast, we bleeped it out. So there's no point in having this conversation.
Yeah, we can't edit this. The Gremlins is happening.
Still on.
So
Dave,
what other beers do we have?
Do you have your favorite Christmas present?
I honestly I can't think. No, I can't think of anything that really stood out as like my favorite. Actually, no, I can. Probably my first real drum set.
Oh, I was going to say like
think-
a dirt bike or something.
No, I think I was like probably 6. I think, and I got my.
Was it the
first-
Muppets one?
No. I got no because I did get that one.
The cardboard?
Yeah,
Muppets?
I did get that one. No, this was like a real, like legit.
I had
Actually,
the
I still have the kick drum to it. I think at my
Really?
parents' house. It was like this blue sparkle, like glitter fucking drum set.
Plastic wrap
Yeah.
over plywood.
It was
drink it.
it was pretty rad though. Dude, the kick drum had my name on the front of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that where you got
That's
that?
where I got the idea for my
For your
tattoo.
dick?
Yeah. I knew you were
I
going
was
there.
exactly going to say the same thing.
I knew you were going there. I figured I'd cut you off
So
on
funny.
What?
Yeah, no, I think that was my favorite. That
said he-
had to be my favorite
He
present.
said he got a drum set and it had his name on the front of it, and I was like, "Is that where you got the idea for your dick?" And he said it to me at the same time as I said it.
This next beer is Corson Donk Christmas Ale.
Donk.
Corson Donk. It's a
Corson Donk?
Belgian brown ale. It's dark ale.
The Donkerdonk.
Brewing 8.1% alcohol.
Jesus.
I tell you, these Christmas ales are no
the
joke.
fuck?
I'm gonna fucking be able to fly my sleigh home after this. Jesus.
I just want to. I'm like leaning up against the counter.
Paulo has like 3 full beers. in
half
front of
full
him.
beers. I just wanted to make a point that after the last multiple beer episode,
Oh no, I'm not having any
We-
more of that.
we said that we wouldn't do another huge multiple beer episode.
And we did it the next day.
And I'm like, hey, we'll do a Christmas episode. Everybody bring 1 beer and we'll surprise each
Jay
other.
brings 5.
Yes.
Because it's a Christmas episode. It's time for celebration.
That is true. I'm
Yes.
not
And
that.
I feel the same way.
I feel all right about it on this episode. The last one I was a little embarrassed about. How
wanna
fucking
jingle my-
hammered I was.
I want to jingle my bells right now.
I'll fucking jingle your bell.
I'm going to drink all these, man.
Present
I drank
them.
all the cider. That cider is fucking delicious.
Let's
Yeah.
listen to DMX's Rudolph.
There's a DMX Rudolph.
He just covered it. He just released it.
Well, fill the dead space while I look for it.
What's up? What else is
This is a Corson Donk.
What's I
So
can't
we
see.
haven't really checked in.
You make a
which-
better door than a window there, Paulo.
Sorry,
What's going
man.
on behind
The,
you?
the board's done. We destroyed it.
We did it, right?
Feel free to call us at 203-463-4043.
You sound like you're ending the podcast.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it in
Well,
the
I mean,
middle
the
here.
movie's ending right now. The board's done. We probably should.
Is this it?
No
Here's
lyrics.
Would you do us the honors of spitting Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Usually it's Triple X, but this is DMX.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. And Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall?
So this is our last podcast of the year, right? Or no?
Come on.
Nope. We're gonna do one more, right?
Had a very shiny nose. If you ever saw him, you would even say it close. Come on. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa
I don't think this was the
said,
official
"Come on,
release."
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you ride my sleigh tonight?
Ride it, but ride
And
my
all the
sleigh.
reindeers loved him, and they shouted out
aren't that weird.
quickly, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history forever. You go down in history forever. You go down in history. What?
That is gonna be bullshit.
You should cut that what for a sound drop. That'd be funny.
That's the episode, fuckers.
Is it?
Have-
That's it?
I think so.
I mean,
right?
the movie's over. We had fucking
it is over. The movie ended.
with the
Another
board's
movie
over.
has
The movie's
started,
over.
and I don't know what this fucking movie is. So we should probably.
That's a series of unfortunate events television show starring Neil Patrick Harris.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess.
So if you're still listening and you want to sync up to the promo to the,
That new Will Smith movie starts tomorrow.
Bright.
Bright.
so listen, guys.
I thought it was going to be a series.
No, I think it's a movie.
If you're one of
Yeah,
our
I-
kosher listeners, I hope you enjoyed your Hanukkah.
And yeah,
Your
8
Hanukkah.
crazy nights.
If you're one of our more Catholic Christian-y listeners, have a Merry Christmas.
Sip that eggnog today.
Enjoy it.
Try
If you're
not to
one
get
of-
into a fight, an alcoholic fueled fight with your family.
If you're one of our atheist listeners, just save it. Just don't talk about it until after New Year's, for fucking Christ's sake. We all know it's fake. It's just fun for fun. Can you just shut up for 2 fucking seconds?
Drink some of that spiked eggnog.
Yes. And if you're celebrating Kwanzaa, I don't know what the fuck you do. That's not racist.
we hope it
I
was
just
good.
Don't know.
Or it will be good for you and yours.
Yes. And if you're part of ISIS, don't kill people on Christmas.
Take a day off.
Yes, the day after's fine.
Stop all that slaying, if you know what I mean.
So that's it, man. This is probably the last one you'll hear in 2018. We're gonna record one more this year, but it probably won't be out till the new year.
Oh,
Yes.
really? I didn't realize that.
Leave out beer and cookies.
Might be the year in review.
Fuck milk.
Beer and cookies. A nice malty barley wine maybe for old Saint Nick.
Yes.
That would pair well with the sweet cookies.
All right, well, if the next one's not going to be out till next year, I want to get a little heartfelt and just be like, thanks for everybody that's downloaded this and listened and shared and rated us and reviewed
I don't think
us.
did we say it at the beginning of the episode? I don't think we did. We cracked 1,000 episodes as of today,
Which was our
Holy
goal
shit.
for the
or
end
not
of the
1,000
year.
episodes, 1,000 downloads.
Yeah, I was like, where was I?
That went quick. 1,000 downloads we hit.
But like
You know,
we're super
small.
excited to do this. We like doing it, and we're really glad that everybody seems to like it. And I want to thank you guys for doing it with me.
Yeah,
this is
dude.
one of these things that fucking we just say we're gonna do stuff and we never do it. And now we're fucking 15
We did do
episodes
it
in.
back in I think it was St.
It was St. Patrick's
Day. We
Day
had
party
this
at Devin's house.
drunken fueled conversation about doing this.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's
9 months later, here it is, like a little fucking baby getting shit on.
not to get all like emotional, but it's been fun, man.
It's
Like
been a good
I've
year.
actually I've enjoyed it, and I think the next year is gonna have a lot of.
It's been fun. It's been awesome watching it grow.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we had a listener send us beer from halfway across the fucking country.
yeah, that was cool.
Like 14 episodes and we're over 1,000 downloads. That's almost 100 downloads on each episode. Like that's pretty fucking massive, man.
The
That's
feedback's been great. I mean, there's been no negatives at all. I think.
so keep
We
it
got
coming.
one. I think I
Call
saw
us.
on somewhere iTunes someone gave us 1 star, but
I mean, that's.
Are you
I
serious?
mean,
we have I think there's 8 reviews and one of them was 1 star.
Did they
Valid.
write or did they
Valid.
just click
God bless them for their honesty.
Oh wait, did they write something or did
No.
they just click
No,
1
it's
star?
just-
and
I
that
think it
was
just
it?
clicked
No,
the star.
that's just an asshole.
But
I like
speaking
that.
of,
But
but
I
speaking
want
of,
that.
if you're listening, go on iTunes, go on Google Play.
Oh,
Give us a
please.
rating. Give us a.
Yes.
We've
give
yet
us
to
a little
really
rating.
do this. We've yet to really ask for this.
Yeah, we don't really ever do this, but
For Christmas-
as a Christmas gift to us,
Give us
because it'll get the
5
word
stars.
out and it'll get the episodes to be
It's going to
better.
help us
get-
gain traction.
We really want to drink beer from every state, and we really want somebody to send
We've
it to us.
I
We
think
need
we've
listeners
developed
everywhere.
after doing a few shows. We want to hit all 50 states.
Yeah.
So if
And-
you live in one of those states and you want to send us beer, we will gladly accept it.
We would.
And in turn, you're going to get some nice gifts back.
Yeah.
We hope is we'll be able to get to that point. But
Yeah, we got some cool things coming up in 2018. Some cool guests lined up. Some cool drinking swag. Give us a call, 203-463-4043. Don't forget, if you get drunk, call that LYFT. Make a new account. Use our code HEAVY18. You get $5 towards your first 4 rides. Use that. We get a little kickback on that. So help us out. Keep this thing going.
Yeah.
And yeah, we appreciate everything. We love you guys.
Hey, and I just want to say, man, I really hope that people listening to this enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it.
yeah, it was fun. I love you guys.
I love you guys. Thanks
And,
for
guys
this.
are my
and hey,
brothers.
and hey, to the 1 star guy, your best hope is that this show gets huge and that somebody who has more knowledge than you can actually catch us out on a fucking false comment or a lie or something.
Oh, we're full of false comments.
Listen, I only
But
speak
you're
the
clearly
truth.
a dumbass and couldn't leave a comment after the 1 star. So hopefully we get big enough so somebody who leaves a 1 star can actually leave a cheeky comment afterwards.
I'll buy that guy a beer.
Yes.
If he comes, I'll buy him a beer.
We would
Talk to
enjoy
him
that.
about his-
we we hope all of you come.
Wait, what? Merry Christmas,
Christmas,
everybody.
Merry Christmas, you motherfuckers. We'll see you next year.
Gucci gang. Oh. Yeah. Go pump. Yeah. Gucci gang. Oh.
Merry Christmas!
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spread their racks on a new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I can't vibe in the weather rain. Rather go and buy ball man. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on a new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I can't buy no in the weather rain. Rather go and buy ball man. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. My lean cost more than your rent. Your mom still live in the tent. Yeah, still slanging dope in the jet. Me and my grandma take meds. None of this shit be new to me. Fuck with my teacher called tutoring. Bought some red bars cost 7G. Bitch, your breath smell like some cigarettes. I'd rather fuck a bitch from the project. Get me all the pain off brick set. Now a little pump for my private jet. Everybody scream for a wet jet. Little pump still stuck that meth. 100 on wrist, sipping on tech. Fuck a little bitch, keep a pussy wet. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I can't bob in the wetter rain. Rather go and bob all man. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I can't bob in the wetter rain. Rather go and bob all man. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spent their racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. Yeah, I can't buy no in the wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and bob all man. Hey, Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spent their racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I can't bob in the wetter rain. Rather go and bob all man. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spent their racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. Yeah, I can't buy no in the wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and bob all man. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. My lean cost more than your rent. And dude, your mom still live in the tent. Yeah, still slanging dope for the jet. Me and my grandma take meds. None of this shit be new to me. Fuck with my teeth called tutory. Bought some red box cost allergies. Fuck your airline, fuck your company. Bitch, your breath smell like some cigarettes. I'd rather fuck a bitch from the project. They kick me out the plane off brick set. Now a little punk on my private jet.
Why weren't you at elk practice?
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spent 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. Yeah, I can't buy no in the wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and buy ball man. Hey, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Come on.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!